Brian Drummond, Rosendo Mendoza, Conroy Swan, John Ford, Sterling Parks, James Ulmer, Xavier Wood, and Fernando Salas. And now for your Austin High cheerleading squad. Marissa Davila, All-American Senior. Claire Marie Scott, Senior Captain. Kira Ohanian, Senior Captain. Kate Callahan, Junior Social Officer. Ella Perry, Junior Social Officer. Harper Hall, Junior All-American. Ainsley Ehrig, Junior. Amber Ramsey Weems, Sophomore. Deanna Wells, Sophomore. Maki Ijda, Freshman, Cheerleader of the Week. Bess Van Slyke, Freshman, All-American. Ellie Smith, Freshman. Marissa Campos, Freshman.
585, ready,
Welcome to the Robinson Creek Healthcare and Hospice broadcast of Bowie Bulldogs football on the Vype Live Broadcast Network. Presented by Defender Police Supply, Brave Care, and Circle C Orthodontics. Bowie Bulldogs football on Vype Live is also brought to you by the Carlson Law Firm, Top Gun Equipment Rentals, Womack Real Estate, Nance Orthodontics, McLean Family Dental, Firehouse Subs, Family Dentistry on Manshack, Dina Davis Team, Jersey Mike's, Specified Water Systems, UBEO, Princeton Review, Mighty Fine, Chick-fil-A, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Waterloo Ice House, Torchy's Tacos, More Than a Teacher, Bolden Acres, Pie Bar, and Austin Community College. And now, along with producer Shane Showinski and color analyst Stephen Foster, here's the voice of the Bowie Bulldogs, Dee Hanson.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. A beautiful night, by the way, in our second stint here at House Park this season with the Bowie Bulldogs visiting a familiar opponent in long history here and taking on the Austin High Maroons. This game is powered by Robinson Creek Healthcare and Hospice right here along the Vype Live Network. My name is Dee Hanson, and soon to be joined by my broadcast partner, Steve Foster. The Bowie Bulldogs are coming off of their worst loss, a 55-7 defeat at the hands of the Dripping Springs Tigers last week since falling to Lake Travis 52-2 in early November of 2020. The offense had its moments, but couldn't find anything of consistent play throughout the air, and the dog ground game completely snuffed out by the Tigers' front seven, holding senior running back Max Barnes to a season-low 28 yards on 11 carries. The Bowie D found themselves on the field for a long time, giving up 35 points at half and never really creating any pressure on the Tiger quarterback. Tonight, the Bulldogs will need to put that game behind them, find a way to fight for a big-time W and stay in the district hunt for a playoff spot against a desperate Austin High Maroon squad, a team that Bowie blanked last year 59-0. The Austin High Maroons have a new head coach going into the 2022 season, Bernard Riley. Riley served as the defensive coordinator to newly retired Mike Rosenthal, who retired last year. This was going to be a transition year for Austin High, no matter how you looked at it, with 9 of their 22 starters being sophomores and only 6 seniors starting. Experience and leadership are just now starting to take shape. Scraping across points this season has been a chore for Austin High. They've been blanked twice already and averaging just over 9 points per game. The defense has moments as well, but also struggling with youth in the defensive backfield. Both Austin High and Bowie have a chance to pivot after tough losses, both against Dripping Springs, by the way. How these teams battle back from diversity will mean the difference of staying in the playoff conversation and, well, not staying in the conversation. Coming up, we'll run through the starting lineups and give the kickoff of tonight's contest between the Bowie Bulldogs and the Austin High Maroons under the Thursday night lights of House Park. You are listening to Bowie Bulldog Football, presented to you by Robinson Creek Healthcare and Hospice along the Vype Live Network.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
At Defender Police Supply, we specialize in public safety. Our automatic license plate recognition cameras and software help solve as well as prevent crimes. We also offer a variety of security cameras, tactical equipment like body armor and ballistic shields, as well as infrared and thermal scopes. Defender Police Supply serves law enforcement, neighborhood associations, businesses, residential properties, and schools. Call me, Jason Bram, at 512-887-2577 or visit us online at defenderpolicesupply.com.
At Brave Care, we provide primary and urgent care tailored for kids ages 0 to 21. We do everything from regular checkups, sports physicals, and 24/7 support from our nurses by chat or over the phone. We even offer x-rays so you don't have to wait hours at the ER. Our Brave Care Clinic is located conveniently in Circle C between the 2 child development centers. We offer same-day appointments 365 days a year so we can always fit into your schedule. Find us at bravecare.com and through our Brave Care app.
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better, too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed. All insurance plans welcome and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
Back at house, Steve Hansen, soon to be joined by Steve Foster. Thanks for joining us here along the Vype Live Network. Get right to it. The night has a lot in store for us, and looking at the schedule here between the Austin High Maroons, who host the Bowie Bulldogs, both teams come in with 1 loss in district play. The Bulldogs have 2 wins in district play, so a half a game difference between these 2 schools. But the Maroons, coming off of an open week, have a little bit more tape on the Bulldogs coming into this contest. We'll see how much of a factor that is. Both of them coming off losses effectively, though, against Dripping Springs. The Tigers getting a 55-7 win against Bowie last week. They beat Austin High 2 weeks ago, 77-0. That at Tigers Stadium. That's how things are playing out here tonight, and both teams trying to stay in the district race. Bernard Riley is the head coach for the Austin High Maroons. In his first season, he is 1-3. This is a team that's 7th in enrollment, so towards the bottom when it comes to looking at the talent that is available. But for Austin High, that's never really been a huge concern. They have had Charles Wright in the past, and certainly he has paid dividends. But it's been an up-and-down affair for this Austin High football team. And when I say up and down, yes, they've made the playoffs, but they haven't won a playoff game since 1957. So that has been eluding them for quite a bit of time, as now Austin High come out on the field to our right. And you can hear now the Bowie faithful below us. We're on the home or the away side, as you can imagine. And and Bowie coming out onto the field from their inflatable from the right side of the field as well. That's the north end zone, by the way. And Bowie is in their whites, tops and bottoms, black letters, numbers, and red trim of the black helmets. And Bowie or Austin High coming out in their maroon tops and their white bottoms or gray bottoms, and the white letters, numbers, and black trim, and the maroon helmets. And both teams huddling in the south end zone to our left. Austin High coming off that loss. They have one win so far. It came on this field, by the way, on a 48-yard field goal with 35 seconds to go off the foot of Sam Eccles, the senior place kicker. And he was able to connect to get Austin High a 21-20 victory against Anderson and the Trojans. Obviously, this is our second go-around here at House Park for Bowie. They also got a victory against the Anderson Trojans, a 27-24 battle, and getting that W as well. The Austin High Maroons will come out on their offensive front with a spread gun, a two-back style, and Michael Silvera, he is in his first year as the offensive coordinator. We'll have John Latham as the quarterback, wearing number 10, a sophomore. He's one of 5 sophomores that start on this offensive side of the football. The running back, second-team All-District player from a year ago, is going to be the bread and butter for this Austin High offense, and Anthony Rodriguez, the junior, wears number 33, leads the team at 151 yards on the ground so far. Wideouts include Christian Rector. He leads the team in receptions and yards, 11 and 207 respectively. Wears number 3, a junior. Nelson Wright, the sophomore, wears number 11 at tight end. Hudson Mabius, he wears number 84, a senior as well. Fullback is Bryson Batts. He'll also be a go-to guy. He is a sophomore, wearing number 1. On the left, right in the offensive line, you have Nakia Wilkins-Lee, wearing number 55, a junior. Jack Schlitt, wearing number 65, a senior. In the middle is Joel Pozos, wears number 57, a sophomore. Right guard is Jack Bisson, wearing number 70, a sophomore. And Brandon Shabna, wearing number 77, a junior. Flip the script, the defense runs a 3-3 stack, and Nick Davidson in his first year as the defensive coordinator, although Bernard Riley, I'm sure, will have a lot to do with it as far as the play calling is concerned. And Bernard Riley was the DC for 8 seasons under Mike Rosenthal, and he will have a 3-3 stack out there with Will Peeler in the middle at linebacker, number 44, a sophomore. Your other linebackers include Andrew Alexander, number 17. He is a senior. And your other linebacker is Angel Nunez, number 31, a senior. Steve, looking at who won the coin toss. Austin High wins the coin toss and elects to receive in the north end zone to our right. As that happened. Bowie won the coin toss, elected to defer as they normally do. Austin High will receive, start out the... Anyway, Bowie will start out the second half. Sorry, a little bit of nonverbal communication going on here between Steve and I. Your defensive lineman, Patch Hubert, we're number 30, a junior, and defensive tackle is Matt Malone, we're number 9, a junior. And your corners are Sammy Navarro, we're number 15, a senior, and Trent Gray, the junior, at the other corner, we're number 2. Safeties are Bryce Deering, number 16, a sophomore, and Keely Green, number 23, a sophomore. Here is our national anthem.
All right, football fans.
At Defender Police Supply, we specialize in public safety. Our automatic license plate recognition cameras and software help solve as well as prevent crimes. We also offer a variety of security cameras. tactical equipment like body armor and ballistic shields, as well as infrared and thermal scopes. Defender Police Supply serves law enforcement, neighborhood associations, businesses, residential properties, and schools. Call me, Jason Bram, at 512-887-2577 or visit us online at defenderpolicesupply.com.
Okay, back here at House Park, Dee Hanson joined by Steve Foster. Getting ready, set and ready to go here. And a beautiful evening tonight, around 81 degrees, humidity around 30%, and no real wind to speak of. So that should not be a consideration here tonight, as both teams are set and ready to go. Kicking it away will be the Bowie Bulldogs from left to right, and it will be a big-time start here for both squads to set the tone. Sadia Jabi will kick it away at the 40-yard line. And back to receive, Bryson Batts. And angling very short and fair caught at the 26-yard line, near side sideline. Trent Gray to do the honors, and Austin High will have the ball to start out 1st and 10 going right to left. The defense for the Bowie Bulldogs, orchestrated by Darren Pittman, his 6th year as the defensive coordinator. The 3-3 stack has no Garrett Gibson to start out, at least in this game. In the middle at nose tackle will be John Bukowski, number 44, the senior. Move the ball back to the 27-yard line. Frank Jankowski, number 90 at one end, and Aaron Gall, the second team all-district player from a year ago, number 18 at the other. Leads the team in sacks, or tied with sacks, 4 and 5 tackles for a loss. 1st and 10 for the Maroons, and Latham out at quarterback, back to pass, and he'll sling it out right-hand side. It's caught, and it'll be a loss of 2 on the play at the 25-yard line. And that was Bryson Batts, the sophomore, making the reception, his 8th of the season. Your linebackers are Tress Danher, number 30, a senior. Jake Cole, he will move over to bandit back. Braylon Thomas not starting tonight. Cole at number 48. And in his stead at weak side will be Tyson Chips. Here's a handoff up the middle, and a sizable gain tripped up into the 30 to 32-yard line will be Anthony Rodriguez. And he will be the bell cow here tonight. We'll watch how he goes, as this offense should go. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 5 to go. Corners include Dower Powell, number 21, and Joshua Murillo, number 5, a senior. Quick line are the Maroons. Rover is Alex Luck, number 43, a senior, and Wes York, he wears number 13, a senior. Back to pass, and here comes the pressure, and sacked at the 23-yard line. Frankie Jankowski, with his 4th sack of the year, drives Latham back to the 24-yard line where they mark him there. A loss of around 5 on the play, and they'll bring up a 4th and long, and the Maroons forced to punt.
Tell you what, when you don't block your defensive end, you're going to get a lot of sacks. Frankie Jankowski is long, but best of all, he was unblocked, and he just was unimpeded through the quarterback team.
Eccles to punt from his own 10, modest pressure, a high and wobbly kick, and Carmine Eli will fair catch it around the 39 to the 40-yard line, but the defense got their job done to start off this game. Now the offense comes out onto the field, and orchestrated by offensive coordinator Ty Branyan. Yes, it is a 16th season. Connor Kenyon, a quarterback, wears number 10, a senior. Not a great performance by anybody's standards, especially Connor's against Dripping Springs. 8 of 22, 174, and a pick, no touchdowns. Max Barnes starting at tailback, wears number 25, a senior. Get to the skill positions and the linemen here in a second. Out of the shotgun, it's Kenyon, and he will hand off. Barnes finds a huge hole right-hand side, breaks it back in at the 45, up to the 47. The mark him at around the 48-yard line near midfield for a nice gain of around 7 to 8 on the play for Max Barnes. Your wideouts are Jacob Castle, wears number 9, a senior. Nehemiah Smith-Livingston wears number 8, a senior as well. And Carmine Eli wears number 14, a junior. And at tight end, Aaron Gall, typically, wears number 18, a senior. Line here in a second. Fake on the handoff. A throw out left-hand side is incomplete. in and out of the hands of Carmine Eli around the 48-yard line. And a little out in front of him on that pass. The first pass of the game here for Bowie will result in incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 from their own 48-yard line for Bowie. Left to right in the offensive line is Justice Trumpler, wearing number 72, a junior. Diego Perez at left guard, wears number 63, a senior. Tony Mahina wears number 52, a senior. Ethan McMahon wears number 77, a senior. He's a right guard. And your right tackle is Pete Karanikas, wears number 54, a senior. And now the handoff goes left-hand side. Here is Max Barnes again. It's the Max Barnes show as he gets into Maroon territory easily. And the first down to the 41-yard line he goes, Steve, and another big gain by the senior.
Well, both off tackle plays near side to us on the right and to the left. It looks like this offensive line is getting off the ball just like it should. And now Max Barnes, with running lanes, picks up another first down.
The team's going tempo and quickly to the line. Ball on the far side hash going left to right are the Bulldogs, south to north. Handoff it in. It will be handoff to Barnes, and he slips his way past the 35 to the 33-yard line or so, just inside there. About a yard and a half shy of the first down. You're going to get 7.5, 8 yards per run by Max Barnes. Why do anything else?
Well, exactly, and that's showing that the offensive line tonight is at least holding their blocks for about 2 seconds. That's all you need. You don't need the pancake block. Just give Max an opportunity to pick his hole.
Under 9 to go, and it's 2nd down and 2. Here comes the screen. It's a bubble left-hand side, caught and just tripped up at the 33-yard line. It's Carmine Eli. He had a bit of a lane, but coming in and just making a valiant effort there. Joseph Joyner, the senior DB, tripping it up. And 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Bulldogs, a gain of 1.
That was a shoestring tackle that stopped not only a first down, but could have been a big gainer.
4 wideouts, 2 split to each side. Kenyon out of the shotgun will shift Barnes out from right to left in the backfield. Option keeper by Kenyon, and he will kind of eke his way past the 30 to 29-yard line for an easy gain of around 4 for a first down by the quarterback.
And a good move. Connor Kenyon reading the defensive man on the line of scrimmage, realized that the defense went with Max Barnes. He turns it up. All he needed was 3 feet. He gets about 12.
Trips right-hand side, 1 left. Long side of the field, right-hand side, and thrown and then tipped at the line here. And Connor Kenyon unable to get that ball away. And Kenyon at 6'4", takes a lot. And Lawson Stoos getting in there and making the tip. I know the PA announcer just said Stouse. Right. I've already asked all the coaches. It's Stoos.
Well, you do your homework, Dan.
I'm telling you, nothing else, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And I know we do. And right there, Max Barnes was open, but here's the thing. If you can't get to the quarterback and you're a defensive lineman, get your hands in the way of the passing lanes.
Wild dog is kept by Barnes. He faked the handoff to Braylon Thomas. He'll matriculate his way past the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Thank you, Coach Hank Stram, a la Kansas City Chiefs. And that's a trivia question if you don't know who that Super Bowl championship coach
and
is.
And the recent passing of Len Dawson on top of that.
Yes.
Adds a little bit more. 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs. It doesn't feel that way. This offense seemingly getting what they want so far on this opening drive for Bowie. 4 wideouts, 2 split to each side, and Kenyon with now Thomas to his right. Flare out right inside. Barnes has some blockers, gets inside the 20, and then bulldozes his way past the 15 to the 14-yard line for a big-time first down around 9 yards.
Spread Max Barnes out near side to us. He's in the slot. And right there, the wrinkle that's changed is that Connor Kenyon is throwing the ball forward to Max Barnes from that slot position. So
there's no last week,
there's no question about fumble or pass thrown backwards, and picks up the first.
Carmine Eli, your lone receiver, right-hand side, offside eye, left-hand side out of the shotgun, and now Gall in motion from left to right, 1 receiver left. Handoff goes right-hand side. Here is Braylon Thomas, and he will follow blockers inside the 10, stays on his feet, and then it's a fumble. Apparently Thomas lost it as he was running. It was rifled away from him and picking it up, and then all of a sudden Austin High had it moving up to the 11-yard line. Andrew Alexander, senior DB, strips it away from the junior, and now Austin High has the football in what seemingly was a well-orchestrated and completely taking over this game drive. Maroons take it right back.
Yeah, and that's the cardinal sin. Do not turn the ball over to your opponent. And a good effort, but you have to maintain possession, and right there, that didn't happen for Bowie in a fumble.
Huge turnover here with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. The Maroons back on offense. Latham back, throws it deep down the left side and incomplete. He got smashed down just as soon as he got rid of that football. Aaron Gall doing the honors. Great coverage downfield. You also had Alex Luck over the top of that one. And incomplete, as I'm sure Latham had to get rid of that ball earlier than he wanted to.
Absolutely. And again, it just seems like these offensive linemen just aren't getting their blocks on the front six of Bowie.
Bats the deep back out of the shotgun, and Latham will hand it off to him. The sophomore breaks it back inside, reverses field to the right. Now Dub Yorkshire gives chase, cannot get him down, and then far side field finally brought down by Joshua Murillo on the far side of the field. Excellent effort by Bats and eluding the tackle there by Dub York.
Yeah, Dub York had the inside out leverage, but just a little bit of a stutter step, and the sophomore outwits Dub York to the far side and picks up the first down.
Down at the 24-yard line. The Maroons now, Uncle Mo shifting a little bit. Bats the deep back again out of the pistol. Will get the handoff right-hand side, and then he's finally wrestled around and brought down at around the 25-yard line. They're still moving forward, but they're going to mark him down. Oh, this is a favorable spot at the 28. I thought his knee was down at the 26. Nonetheless, it's now second down and 6, and the Maroons, you can feel like their offense is getting something built after the last offensive series had nothing.
Well, I tell you, if you don't hear a whistle, go for a strip.
You got to go. Again, Bats out of the backfield will get the carry again, and he is the king of the counter right now, which is really making a difference here, as he'll go all the way up to about the 35-yard line and move the chains.
That shows quickness and shiftiness. You may not be the fastest person with the football, but out on the playground,
I don't know where you're going to go with it.
That's right. That's the shiftiness of a rusher, and that's what you want, and that's what you're getting right now out of Bryson Bats.
Trips right-hand side, ball in the middle of the field going right to left, and the Maroons on the march. Latham double claps, hands it off. Bats again will get out of several tacklers, get up to the 40 to the 41-yard line. A 6-7 yard gain here for the Maroons.
Well, the defense is reaching for the rusher. If you're shifty, you don't want to reach to tackle. You want to get into the body of that ball carrier.
Latham now talking back as we have Anthony Rodriguez, who is really the main running back of this team, will now have fresh legs coming in and be just shy of the first down marker after going there up the middle, up the gut on this Bowie defense. And it'd be about 1.5 yards shy of the first at the 43-yard line. And Austin High is making hay, at least to, if nothing else, to flip the field a little bit after their turnover cost.
They can do a lot of it, even if they don't get it here on fourth down. If they punt, they can pin Bowie back for a long haul back to try to get in the end zone. Great job by the offense of Austin High.
Latham, a sophomore himself, has an empty backfield. And now we have a shift by Anthony Rodriguez and a timeout taken on the field. That by Austin High, their first of the first half. They have 2 remaining. We'll take it with them. 3:58 left. No score between Austin High and Bowie here in the first quarter play from House Park. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Are you looking for high-quality, compassionate health care for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Back in business here, the Austin High Maroons able to extinguish what was seemingly a promising drive by the Bowie Bulldogs to start out this football game, and able to turn a strip fumble into a sizable drive so far, starting at around their own 10, but now they're at their own 43 on a 3rd and 2, a big-time opportunity for the Bulldog defense to make a stop. We'll see if they can. Empty backfield. John Latham, the sophomore quarterback, will have now in motion Rodriguez. Play action to him. Keeper by Latham. Sprints up the middle and get the first down to the 48-yard line.
That's a first down.
Good looking play. You bring a weapon across to see if there's man or if there's zone defense. Not in the secondary necessarily for a pass, but to see how the blocking scheme is going to be up front, Dean, right there, good choice.
Now it'll be, again, another handoff and a tackle in the backfield, a much-needed one. Blitzing through Tress Danaher. We haven't said his name enough during the course of when we posture this defense. He has been a major cog. He makes a defensive stop, a loss of 3 on the play on the run, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, that's just the second level, the linebacker reading the play and shooting the gap and making a stop in the backfield. A much needed stop here for this Bowie defense.
Those are the football just shy of the 44 to be completely transparent. And Rodriguez, the lone back, play action bootleg right hand side, thrown right hand side and well out of bounds and well covered on the right side. 13 v 13 on that play. Dub York blanketing Noah Goldsmith-Perez, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Well, the real issue was Aaron Gall, 18 in the face of the quarterback. You weren't going to throw it through his helmet. You had to throw it over Aaron Gall, and really throwing to the sideline. And as you mentioned, Dub York tracking on the far sideline against the receiver trying to run an out. That play was doomed from the start.
Noah Goldsmith-Perez, one of the few seniors on this squad on offense. 3rd and 13, 2:55 left in the first quarter. Austin High looking for a big-time conversion, a long play, and now a flag will come in. Zeros look on the play clock. This might be a delay game. It is. And not a great, pun intended, timing here for Austin High, as they will now go back 5, and they'll make it now 3rd and 18.
Well, you mentioned once Tress Danaher came in, number 30, and made the stop, and then Aaron Gall pressured on the far side, but coming in the face of the quarterback. It seems like now Austin High has lost some of that momentum that they had starting out at their own 11.
Now motioning, it will be a play action. Latham is in trouble. Brick comes up in the pocket, just gets rid of it right-hand side. It is caught at midfield at the 49-yard line, but well shy of the first is Anthony Rodriguez.
Great open field
And
tackle.
I was worried about the Dub York seemingly, you weren't sure. He didn't pop up, and now he gets a little help up from Braylon Thomas. And now he'll be at the 49-yard line for Austin High.
No man's land.
And you have to think they're more than likely to go for it. Austin High sits at 1-3 on the season, 1-1 in district play. They are 1-0 here at home. They're kind of like Texas Tech to a certain degree. Crazy things happen in house at nighttime. And they're going to wage their bets there, going for it on a 4th and 6 in Bowie territory. Anthony Rodriguez out left now. It's empty backfield. Latham, he gets rid of it. Bent hits, I think, the defender coming in and making the stop. And coming in and blocking that one, Jake Cole deflecting it. Falls harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass at the 46-yard line on a quick slant. And the defense forces a 4th down conversion. It doesn't go the way Austin High wanted to, and now Bowie back out on the field in very good starting field position for their 2nd offensive series.
Absolutely, and the pressure in the face again of the quarterback, not only did it disrupt, but it actually gets the ball tipped down in great field position, almost at midfield, D.
Trips right-hand side. Eli Castle and Nehemiah Smith-Livingston. Pitch right-hand side. Here is Barnes with some green. Breaks it back in. 40, 35, 30, 25. Breaks it back in. 20, 15, 10. Brought down from behind. A remarkable move to break it back inside of the 5 to the 3-yard line by Max Barnes.
48 yards on that one.
Got some oohs and ahs there towards the 20, Steve.
Yeah, he
I know
did.
you've done that.
Well, I tell you, what I love was the cutback, because you sucker the defense to you, and it's another type of football judo. All the momentum is trying to track inside out to Max Barnes. They can't stop and cut back. He can because he knows where he wants to go. Picks up an extra 15 yards down inside the 5-yard line.
Great lane there to start out, given by the offensive line and the 3 wide receivers on that side of the field as well.
Absolutely.
Here is Kenyon, hands it off Barnes. He's trying to find that goal line. He is shy by about a half a yard. I mean, he is just that close. That's where they'll mark it for a 3-yard gain, and it's now 2nd down and goal to go.
No surprise, the wild dog, Connor Kenyon, comes off the field. Also, John Burkowski coming off. And this is going to be a direct snap to 25. And I guarantee you, this ball will get in the end zone.
Barnes told everybody what's going to happen.
Doesn't matter.
It's not like we had to hear it. Braylon Thomas now out right-hand side, and now here's a handoff. All right, direct snap back to Barnes, and he'll go into the end zone. But there's a flag on the play near side sideline at the 4.
Braylon Thomas was not set.
I think he moved.
Yep, he was not set.
So your guarantee comes through, but then I'm going to take it back from you.
Okay.
It's kind of like taxes. Here's some money.
Did you throw some IRS on
I'm going
me?
to bring it back for me.
You're like, hey, you made 200, but I got to take back 50.
Sorry about that.
Well, I got to take back a little more.
You got to take it back a little bit more. I didn't realize you made that much. 2nd down and goal to go from around the 6-yard line. Does that change your play call here, Steve?
A little bit.
It does.
A little
Connor
bit.
Kenyon out there, out of the shotgun with Barnes to his right. And it will be a handoff. Barnes, and he'll lean his way into the end zone from 6 yards out. Touchdown Bulldogs. The 9th touchdown rushing score of the season for Max Barnes.
Just an off-tackle play to the left side, the far side away from us, and it looked like it was almost a run-pass option. Connor Kenyon wisely letting the ball go for 25 as he smelled the end zone, barrels into 2 defenders, and crashes into the north end zone.
Diego Nunez out for the extra point. Ray on the hole, snap back. The kick is up, and it is good. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we finally have our first score of the game here from House Park by way of a 6-yard touchdown by Max Barnes, making it 7-0. Bowie up on Austin High. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter play. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Like sports, business is about winning. Championship decisions are business decisions based on what it takes to help your company win. And that's why there's UBO Business Services, specializing in helping you win every day by streamlining workflows, managing documents, and providing the best-in-class office technology. Make your championship decision with UBO Business Services. Visit them at ubeo.com. That's ubeo.com.
7-0, the lead here for the Bulldogs on the road against the Austin High Maroons here at House Park. Dee Hanson joined by Steve Foster here along the Vype Live Network. Thanks for joining us this evening. The Bulldogs coming into this contest 2-1 in district play. They are in good company. It's not as if Bowie, just because they lost to Dripping Springs, are out of it by any stretch of the imagination. But a lot of people are looking at that contest a week from today against the Johnson Jags. So not next week, but the week after that is what I meant to say, as it's an open date for Bowie. And that one, because Johnson has looked good too. They've won their last 2, and they have outscored their opponents 104-98 in their 2-1 victories there. But this is a big game for both teams, especially for Austin High if they want to stay in the mix at 1-1 in district. Kicking it away will be Jobby from the 40, left to right, from south to north, and he'll launch this one end over end. Far side sideline, fielded at the 10-yard line, bringing up to the 25, and now form tackling, and then Brady Bram finishing that one off towards the end of the run by Christian Rector. He got wrapped up pretty well, as you'd imagine, from Braden Thomas, the younger brother of Braylon.
Braylon Thomas looked pretty good.
And then Brady Bram goes,
boom! It's kind of like, remember the shaving commercial? The first blade stands you up and the second one.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
I do remember that commercial.
Very good.
I don't want to say I do. That kind of dates me. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
There's only one person that will date you, D, and that's Mrs. D.
That's what happens.
That's it.
Trips right-hand side. Handoff, though, goes left, the weak side. And nothing doing. And Alex Luck has been a tackle machine. He swallowed up Anthony Rodriguez there. He had 16 tackles last week to lead the team in that category against Dripping Springs.
He loves tackles.
He just wants to find somebody to hit.
He really goes to the ball.
It's marginal whether it's legal. You don't have to have the ball sometimes. 2nd and 9, only a 1-yard gain for Rodriguez, and the Maroons really did a good job of running the football last time out. Now forced to throw in a 2nd and 9. Latham gets rid of it, and it will be intercepted at the 49-yard line for the aforementioned Alex Luck, his first INT of the year.
And that was well played right in the back or hip pocket of the receiver, trying to run kind of a skinny post right at midfield. And guess what? It's anybody's ball. And Alex Luck said, I'll take it. And he sure did. The senior, right where he's supposed to be, he's playing this near side safety. They were in 2-deep zone. So he was deep as the deepest receiver. And he just played the ball better than anyone else in the secondary. A takeaway by Bowie.
3rd interception of the year thrown by Latham. And that also the 7th interception of the year for Bowie's defense. And another handoff up the middle. It's at their own 49-yard line here for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. That's the last play of this first quarter. And that's Max Barnes with the carry. That's Braylon Thomas, what I thought. Yeah, Braylon Thomas gets to the 48-yard line. And that will also stop action here as we will shift sides on a second quarter exchange, with Bowie leading 7-0 here at house against Austin High, and a 2nd down coming up and around 8 to go. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
At Defender Police Supply, we specialize in public safety. Our automatic license plate recognition cameras and software help solve as well as prevent crimes. We also offer a variety of security cameras, tactical equipment like body armor and ballistic shields, as well as infrared and thermal scopes. Defender Police Supply serves law enforcement, neighborhood associations, businesses, residential properties, and schools. Call me, Jason Bram, at 512-887-2577 or visit us online at defenderpolicesupply.com.
On to the second quarter we go here from House Park. D. Hanson joined by Steve Foster on the Vype Live Network. Bowie Bulldogs with a 7-0 lead to start out here the first half. It's play action to Barnes, screen left-hand side. Caught Nehemiah Smith-Livingston breaks it back in, and now he'll be hogtied, finally brought down, but forward progress will get him to the 41-yard line. That's important because he's only about 1.5 yards shy of the first, and it's nice to see Nehemiah get that first big catch to start out this second quarter. He had a rough game against Dripping Springs, but he looked good there on that catch.
Yeah, that's that wide receiver screen. He's a big target. You know, you love throwing to him downfield because of the matchup, because of his size. But right there showed the shiftiness in the wide receiver screen near side to us.
3rd and 1 from the 41 of Austin High, and it will be a handoff to Barnes. And that was so smooth that a couple of defenders for Austin High thought that Kenyon still had the ball. Instead, Max Barnes fools everybody, and he'll get well enough for a first down, about 7 or 8 yards, in fact, and he'll get to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Connor Kenyon hasn't had to use the arm downfield, but
no, we haven't seen it.
Look out.
Shotgun Kenyon has trips right-hand side. He's looking that way now. And hey, we will launch one deep down the middle of the field. Well-placed ball caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Carmine Eli. His 3rd of the season, and you couldn't have thrown it any better.
No, you couldn't. 36 yards, and Carmine just ran by his defender. The receiver just went a go route. There were 3 to the far side, and Connor Kenyon had his choice, and Carmine beat everybody down the field, including the defense, and in the south end zone right at the D in AISD, he makes the catch.
Nunez with the extra point punches that one through, and now it's a double-digit lead for the Bulldogs at 14-0. 10:51, still early in the second quarter of play against Austin High. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
There are things in life you can't control, like those surprise Texas thunderstorms. Really? But something you can control? Your future. Now's the time to look ahead. Get on the road to UT, Texas State, A&M, or your dream university, or learn hands-on and use your skills in the real world. Take control of your future at Austin Community College.
Anybody got an umbrella?
Registration is going on now at austincc.edu. That's austincc.edu. Austin Community College. Start here, get there.
A lot of people look at the interception to touchdown ratio for success for quarterbacks in any particular league you are looking at. And right now, Connor Kenyon is doing a whale of a job in that particular category with that last 36-yard touchdown pass from Kenyon to Eli. Kenyon now with 13 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions on the season.
Yeah, and I tell you, after the pass was tipped and knocked down, going from south to north in the first quarter, trying to get Max Barnes, who was in the slot. Connor Kenyon has put a little air under the ball, and that was a perfect rainbow. Going into the south end zone, finds Carmine Eli, 36 yards on the go route.
Free safety Khalil Green, only a sophomore, was the underneath coverage on that one. Wasn't horrible coverage, but Eli with the speed and the quickness to be able to get past him, and Kenyon didn't hestate.
Not at all.
Huge. And here's Jobby angling this one out of bounds. I don't know if he meant to do that, and there's a flag obviously at the end of that one. But that will be a penalty. And the Maroons without an opportunity to return the football. I mean, the closest guy on that was Robert Bridges on the return.
That's a way not to get a return, but the ball goes up. At the 30.
Ball placed on the side of the field where the ball goes out of bounds, the near side sideline, and we'll go left to right.
Yes.
4 wideouts, 2 split to each side, and again, Latham, your quarterback. And it's been an interchangeable affair with Rodriguez and Batts, although Batts has seen a lot more helpful opportunities here. The handoff goes awry, and another turnover forced by this defense. I think getting on top of that was Jay Cole.
Yeah, it was.
The fumble recovery,
yeah,
number 48. That is his first fumble recovery of the season. The 6th recovery of the year for the defense, and again, coming up big, the Bulldog defense, and they are really getting after that backfield.
Well, I tell you, there was a switch in quarterbacks. That was number 12. And what you had was a poor exchange. Because, again, if you're the rusher, you cannot take the ball from the quarterback. The quarterback has to place the ball, and then you can clamp down. If the quarterback wants to pull the ball at the last second, that's their choice. Right there, a poor exchange, and now a very short field for Bowie.
That is a disastrous turn of events on back-to-back offensive series and fumbles here, and now going straight for the jugular deep down the left corner of the end zone. That was Nehemiah Smith-Livingston, the nearest receiver that Connor Kenyon was going after. Stepped into the pocket. There's a flag back at the 32-yard line, and what could be a holding call against Bowie. We'll see. Got last names for the officials. Referee is Harris, Carter the umpire, Drummond your head linesman, line judge is Mendoza, and back judge is Swan. Will be against Bowie and bring it back. An opportunity here to really get Austin High on their heels and get out to a big-time lead. Bowie has that opportunity right now. Mind you, Austin High had an opportunity on a turnover by Bowie to score some points, and they got 0.
Wild dog, so this is interesting.
Yep.
On 1st and 20 deep.
Yep. It's a 10-yard loss, but still first down. Barnes out of the Wild Dog will keep it. Goes up the middle instead at the 30, goes inside to the 20. 7-yard line.
I love the patience. But if Max
wow.
Barnes breaks to the sidelines,
is-
so you know I love the sideline express
But I saw all the
you saw it too, huh? Yeah, I mean, and here's the deal: it's because of formation. All defenses line up on the ball, which means if you can break to the outside, there's only the corner and maybe an outside linebacker, but a great run nonetheless for 7 yards by Max Barnes.
Second and 13, Braylon Thomas is your lone back, and then a nice little screen to goal in the middle of the field. He'll blitz his way past the 10-yard line. A late flag comes in. This could kind of negate that brilliant play by Aaron Gall.
Well, it may be a block at the end, but it was the tight end screen that was set up perfectly for number 18, Aaron Gall, who usually stars on defense.
We've seen him at times try to resurrect this offense. He did last week, had one big catch against Dripping Springs, and it will be from
Well, it's going to come back from
indication from Aaron Gall's hands on his head against the Bowie Bulldogs.
Well, that's a great play. I love that tight end middle screen. That's awesome. I think what now has to be taught is don't chop block anybody downfield. Look, Aaron Gall was gone, and he was inside the red zone. You don't have to do too much for guys that are running and catching the ball. Let them go.
These are teachable moments.
Yes,
though,
they,
Steve.
yes, sir, they are,
It's
Hanson.
easy for you, I don't mean this in a bad way, but the 16-year-old out there that really wants to do his friend proud.
Well, it still may be a first down, though. Let me see
that,
here.
in essence, should be the
Or is it
the call.
Let me see here. It still should be first and 10, but just back it up.
You don't lose the down?
No, you don't lose it down.
Okay, so that's the issue.
It should be first and 10.
It's
Okay,
not.
okay. Well, Max Barnes picked up 7, so okay, second
and 10 now from the 24, floor out right-hand side, caught by Barnes, brings back in for the 20. He's at nearing the 15. He's just shy there. Maroon wall keeping Barnes from getting to the 15, gets to the 16 instead.
So he picks up 8.
Yep.
3rd and 2.
But this is
manageable.
This is so manageable. A little shuffling here of personnel. Castle coming out, along with Thomas. Eli along with Nehemiah Smith-Livingston out left-hand side. Then now Eli will come quickly out far right as he did not come out correctly. And now bunch formation. And a handoff to Barnes, and he will get past the 10. He's at the 5, and he'll lean forward to the end zone for a touchdown from 16 yards out. No flags on the field. The second score of the game on the ground for Barnes extends the lead for Bowie.
And Max Barnes, as patient as ever, comes near side. Again, that's just off-tackle football. Like the great Vincent T. Lombardi says, you get a seal here, you get a seal here, and you run the ball up through. And right there, coming near side, 25, does it perfectly.
Simple enough. Diego Nunez to cap the drive will put it through, and just what the doctor ordered. Although it did not seemingly feel like a strong start to the game for Bowie, they have made up for it here in the second quarter with 2 scores. Eli and Barnes now making it 21-0. 8:54 left in this first half of play. And Steve, this is, I know, a rough game last week against Dripping Springs. We've seen great effort on both sides of the football so far in this first half.
Yeah, a different team. We sense
body
something,
language,
yes.
everything else.
Yes, and I tell you, body language is a lot.
Huge.
It dictates the perspective. It dictates your outlook. It dictates how you play around others that are team-oriented for the goal. The goal tonight has resulted in interceptions, fumbles, 2 takeaways by the defense, and 3 scores by the offense.
We've seen also, obviously, a lot of Max Barnes, and expectedly, we saw only 11 touches last week. Could not get the ball out in the flat as much as they wanted to. I thought you brought up a very good point. The way that you get Max Barnes involved up the field as opposed to backwards passes, but nonetheless, the overall confidence here.
Well, in Connor Kenyon.
Connor Kenyon. Now, he had a batted ball early in this game, did not deter him and had a great touch pass in the end zone for Carmine Eli.
Carmine Eli. Listen, he's a legitimate weapon as well. Nehemiah Smith-Livingston on a wide receiver screen. Aaron Gall on a tight end middle screen. You're having a lot of people get into this game.
A little bit more tape to look at as well. Short kick by Jabi, and it's fielded up for the 25, and well-intentioned return on that play here for the Austin High Maroons from Christian Rector. And now Brandon Thomas with 2 special teams tackles being brought up, making the stop. We're back here again. House Park, built in 1939, is a full house below us and a pretty stacked house across from us. And I feel the hole's around 6,500, so it's not big and very intimate. Here's a handoff up the middle for the Austin High Maroons. And Bads, I thought, had the best runs so far of this game. The sophomore gets the call here and gets about 1.
Yeah, but Bryson,
I'm surprised. The game plan I understand, but if you find something that works, why not keep on going with that?
Yeah, but you don't want to put a shifty sophomore into the middle of the scrum of a defensive line like Bowie.
He's out there now, and Bats gets the carry again. Spins out of 1 tackle, breaks back inside, and still does not gain anything.
Trey Standerher almost had him in the back.
Yeah, he had, but that is the essence of Bats. At least he makes you miss that one time, and then you have a chance. And Bats, obviously, the stature on him, he is not.
No, he's shifty.
He might have a hard time getting on some roller coasters, but right now he is making people miss.
I like that reference. I like roller coasters too.
So does Darren Sproles. Trips right-hand side, 1 left, and Latham now on a very important 3rd and 9. He is hounded, breaks back in. Nice moves inside, but still cannot get out of the pressure. And he's brought down from behind by Aaron Gall for the tackle for a loss, and that will necessitate yet another punting situation for the Maroons. The defense has looked, just night and day from last week.
Exactly. Aaron Gall gets off his block, kind of U-turns,
or
comes
Aaron Gill, according to the PE announcer.
Oh, that's Johnny Gill.
I's and A's are hard.
Aaron Gall, Johnny Gill. My.
Give me a break. Here is Eccles to kick it away from his own 26. Eli to receive. Pressure right-hand side. Eccles gets into this one, but underneath it too much. A little back end of the play. Fisticuffs. Eli lets that one roll down, and that actually worked out very well for the Maroons, as he'll be touched up around the 14-yard line. And now, this is what could be a dagger in the game, Steve. You get a time-consuming drive. You get any points on the board. On top of that, you get the ball to start out the second half of play. This could really do.
This is going to help Connor Kenyon, because I think
in all facets, but definitely Kenyon.
Yeah, because this gives him an opportunity to work on his skills, as you mentioned. Can only play 1 game at a time, but as he goes, so does the Bulldogs.
Handoff goes to Barnes, tries to find some hay up the middle, and he is met and drive. The Maroons defense trying to dig in here a little bit and make some stops. Barnes stopped by Angel Nunez, and also getting in there, Matt Malone, the junior defensive lineman. 2nd and 6.
Got Connor Kenyon now with Max Barnes in the slot, 3 receivers to the far side D. Let's see what Connor Kenyon can do here.
Kenyon with that left wrist wrapped up, and now whistles and flags. Never good for the offense, typically.
Now everybody was moving on that one. I don't know what the line judge wants to do. Probably procedure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I've seen people move in unison better at the broken spoke.
Oh.
But instead.
What do you know about the spoke? You country dance?
I go absolutely 2-stepping all the way, dude.
Oh, you may have to do that. You may have to do that one. Okay.
Get a double day going.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That's against Austin High, aside from our social calendar. And the sweep handoff left-hand side goes to Barnes, and he'll get the first down. Past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And whenever the line judge indicated the chain gang, go ahead and move forward.
Right.
That will move the chains.
Man, I'm telling you, my favorite play of this first half is that tight end screen to Aaron Gall. That was huge. I love how Connor Kenyon sucked in the Austin Maroon front four.
5:40 and counting down. Now a screen pass is just collected at 25. Brings it back inside and shoestringed at the 32-yard line as Barnes to the heavens. Doesn't know what might have been out of that particular play had not been waylaid, but nonetheless.
Trent Gray saved much yardage.
Yep.
Because near side,
back, by the way.
oh my goodness, and long because Max Barnes was about to show you about a 65-yard sprint to the end zone.
And well timed by Kenyon, just getting over the outstretched arms of the defenders there.
Great touch.
Barnes in motion again, and back again, another screen. Carmine Eli gets it, 35, 40, 45, midfield. Streaming the left sideline, he's at the 30, 25, 10, and into the end zone! Touchdown, Carmine Eli, his second of the game.
68, Biggie one.
68.
60 on the wide receiver screen. Ooh, that's filthy. 3 screens by Coach Brandon.
If you watch there, Eli had to kneel down just a scotch.
Yes.
Not enough to get his knee on the ground,
Yes.
but
Yes.
in my better days, I couldn't have pulled that off. Diego Nunez now out for the extra point.
Second one of the evening for Carmine.
4:48, as I said, here left in the second quarter play. Nunez
Boom.
still perfect on the PATs, and now Bowie's lead balloons to 28-0 on Austin High. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Are you looking for high-quality, compassionate health care for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Okay, back here at House Park, and the Bowie Bulldogs back in what it seemingly didn't. They just picked up where they left off from last year. With a 59-0 win, post Charles Wright. This is a Bowie Bulldogs team that has come into this game winning 8 of the last 9 or last 10 in this series. So. That now continues here at House Park. And another great note, I was talking to the parents here before the game, and you have the Max Barnes, Brady Bram group.
Yeah.
They've never lost here at House Park.
Nice.
Reminded by their parents, hey, just to let you know, you're going in. You've never lost here before.
Right.
You want to leave on your senior note that way?
Let me
Parents
tell
like
you,
to throw those little tidbits in there.
the way that this team has now looked this evening, much better. Much
28-0 lead here for Bowie after that 68-yard touchdown on a screen to Carmine Eli, his second of the game. Short kick is fielded and brought up here for Austin High by Hudson Mabus. And Austin High at their own 35-yard line, first and 10 on the near side hash, going left to right, have now a lot of work to do, if nothing else. Try to find something
before
to
halftime.
get a score on the board before half, as Bowie won the coin toss, elected to defer as they normally do, and we'll start out the game with the ball in the third quarter. It will be Austin High now, and a keeper left-hand side as John Latham is back in the game, number 10. He will find nothing on a very interesting play call to their own 32-yard line. It'll be a loss of around 3 on the play.
Brady Bram.
Yep.
Sucking up the quarterback. Looked like they were going to suck up Bryson Batts. Tossed him to the side. And again, the second level doing a lot of work. Our guy Jake Cole Brady Bram, Tristan.
Bram, the leading tackler on the team,
Yes.
with 36 on the season, and he continues now to have a whale of a game so far here against the Maroons on a 3-yard loss. Here's Latham, winds up, deals right-hand side, caught over the back shoulder of the near side sideline to Christian Rector, his 12th of the season. It couldn't come in a better way here for the Maroons. They desperately needed something, and they got a big-time play down the field for a first down, deep into Bowie territory, reversing it to the 35.
Good pass.
That was
Better
a
catch.
miraculous catch.
Better catch. And now the formation.
Oh, we got all kinds of shifting here. This Rector will go out far left-hand side. And join
That's why you
a
don't celebrate after the
triples
catch.
left. Now here's Latham again looking down the field. Goes out left-hand side. That's a tough throw.
Great catch.
Still catch there again as Rector and Latham are finding some kind of chemistry on this drive. About a 7-yard gain inside the 30 to the 27.
Sophomore to junior. And you can't celebrate because of the way that the formations are in today's football, you're usually spread out. So get up to the line of scrimmage and get ready to go again.
Offense has averaged around 127 yards on the year through the air. Looking for that on one drive. A lot of miscommunication here. You had Latham throwing out right-hand side, but you also had Rector just blocking upfield, not even looking for the ball.
Well, that's again. That's because maybe you're not understanding what the play call is. If the quarterback clearly is throwing to you and you're not even in
You're not
position
engaged
to
at
get,
all.
I mean, you know, it's great that you've made 2 good catches to move this ball down the field, but the third one could have moved it into the red zone.
Maroons don't waste any time, though. They've been tempo for the majority of the game, and it's a 3rd and 3. 2 down territory. Handoff goes left-hand side, and a wall of white at the 30-yard line. Keeps any kind of movement towards a first down by Juan Benavides Munoz, the junior running back.
Yeah, they tried to sneak him far side. He's a good size back, but nobody was fooled on the defense and just got stonewalled, maybe lost
2
yards on that,
Yep.
and now 4th down at the 30, 4th and 5, and
2.5 to go, and a timeout taken by Austin High. They have 1 remaining with 2.5 to go in the first half of play, down 28-0 to Bowie. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed, all insurance plans welcome, and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
Back in business here at House Park. Dee Hanson joined by Steve Foster, the white-clad tops and bottoms Bowie Bulldogs on the road here at House Park against the Austin High Maroons, a team that they have played quite a bit. This is the 16th meeting between these two schools dating back to 2005. I know it goes farther back than that, and Bowie leads it 10-5. They won last year 59-0. Looking for a similar outcome here, but the Maroons mounting some kind of possible score here. They'll have to do it on a 4th and 5, though, at the 30-yard line of Bowie.
little
Here's
movement.
Latham now. Throws it right-hand side, going for the slant and caught. Clutch play at around the 5-yard line. Just getting underneath that. His first catch of the evening is Bryson Batts. And Batts, although a good runner,
Yes.
showing you the versatility there with the reception.
And that was just concentration the whole way, D. And that was a pass that only Bryson Batts was going to be able to catch out in front and low. And the sophomore goes and gets it. That's what he's supposed to do. First down here inside the 15.
They'll go on the 7-yard line. Late substitution now. Maroons have 2 receivers left-hand side. And now it will be a rollout left-hand side. Batts has it, and he will gain and actually lose yardage on the play, maybe about 3. A great pursuit. It's hard to go sideline to sideline with this defense of the Bulldogs. And they'll bring up now a 2nd down to go. They're going to mark it at the 6-yard line.
Listen, a great pursuit inside out against the Austin High weapon in Bryson Batts, not to allow him to turn upfield.
Clock runs at 1:20 and counting. Second down and 6. Trips left-hand side. That's the short side of the field. Latham still a quarterback out of the pistol. Will play action, roll out right-hand side. Look to the corner of the end zone. Right is caught, and it'll be a touchdown. Christian Rector, who helped fuel that entire drive, gets the score, his first receiving score of the year, and Latham's third passing score of the season gets Austin High finally on the board.
Good route coming near side again. And Josh Murillo, he was in a good position, but you can't be looking around. At the end of the play, you've got to zero in on the ball or the man. Whatever you're going to choose, get one of them. Right there, both got him, unfortunately, near side.
Eccles on the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up. A little bit of connection there on the kicker. There's no flag. The kick is up and good. And now Austin High within 3 scores, 28-7. With 1:07 left here in the first half of play. Bowie with still some time and their full allotment of timeouts.
Yeah.
Have an opportunity here to close the door and also get the ball in the second half. But that was a huge drive by the Maroons. They desperately needed something, and they got it on a Batts clutch catch.
Yes.
And a nice focus and concentration near side catch by Rector.
Well, here's the thing. You know, when you only have 6 yards or, let's say, 16 yards to cover, your man's not going to run by you like it's a 40-yard dash. Now it's all pattern. It's all route. So if you can just, if nothing else,
discipline. You got it.
Stick in the man's side hip pocket. He can't go too far. You don't have to guess. Offenses go to defenses because offenses want the green stuff that the defense is standing on. That's why I never understood why defenders always went for a fake, because we're coming to you, dummy. But a great route, as you mentioned, by Christian Rector, and he just beat the corner to the pylon in the front of the end zone. And a good executed play, a well-executed play by Austin High.
Austin High has scored all of around 21 points in district play. And now they have 7 more here tonight against a...
I wonder if you kick this one deep and just try to make it...
We'll see.
I don't think you pooch this one. You don't want a return by Bowie if you're Austin High.
Kickoff by Eccles. Launches this one. It will be fielded at the 5-yard line. A routine return. Here's Barnes. Breaks it 25, 30. Leans forward and gets all the way around the 29-yard line. So Bowie with a minute to go and 3 timeouts, up 28-7, has something to work with here. Diego Nunez on the season. You're talking about field goals already. He is 1 of 2. He missed a 43-yarder last week. He is connected from 40 yards out.
Yes.
But the way that Bowie's going here, they have set up a favorable running attack and then gone deep. We'll see how that goes. Trips left-hand side. And now it'll be a pass right out of the gate. Here's Barnes. He's at the 40. Trip up around the 42-yard line. Clock will run. And no timeout taken here.
A little surprised no timeout taken there. Got to get set.
Khalil Green, the sophomore free safety with the stop. Pump fake. Here's Kenyon now stepping up. Now he has to run with it. Gets the first down, though. He'll get up to 46. Will stop the clock anyway to move the chains. And that with 32 seconds, a lot of time taken off the clock here in those last 2. And it looks as though also Bowie will go ahead and take the first of their 3, which they will, on a first attempt from their own 46-yard line. And Steve, also, you have to imagine, do you also kind of script a few more plays past this one? Hey, we're going to do this play, we connect.
Oh, you can call 2, so in case you don't, well, listen, You
if we don't
still
do
have two.
anything here,
You can call one because you have 2 timeouts. I think when you have one timeout left.
I'm just saying, do the coaches script a couple more plays here to keep on going, or do you think they just say, no matter what happens, call timeout?
I think it's depending on the yardage you get. But you don't have to call 2 with 2 timeouts.
I know. I'm
you
not
can
asking
call
about
one,
timeout
right.
management. I'm
Right.
asking about what the coaches are talking about right now.
I think they want to get enough yardage to get more than the first,
Okay.
not have to use the timeout, let the clock stop because of the first down,
Okay.
and then I think you can go.
And they're saying, okay, don't take a timeout if we get the first down.
Right.
And get up and run this play.
Right.
Got it.
Because you'll get the stop for moving of the chains.
Got it.
And so
I got that part.
right,
I just wanted
right,
to know
right.
what the coaches are saying to
Yeah,
their players
I go
right
for
now.
one solid play that's going to get me 10 or more yards. Exactly.
32 seconds
Yep,
to go
plenty of
now.
time.
Bowie has 2 timeouts remaining, up 28-7 at their own 46, 1st and 10. Kenyon empty backfield as trips right inside. That's a long side of the field, 2 left. Going right to left. Pump fake right-hand side now. Modest pressure that throws deep down the middle of the field. And a little bump there at the end. And no call on the incomplete pass. Jacob Castle, the intended receiver, around the 20.
I like the route.
And now that takes about 10 seconds off of the game clock because 24 seconds to go, 2nd and 10 from their own 46.
Plenty of time because of the 2 timeouts. Connor Kenyon's got a strong enough arm. He's already struck from 36 yards. That's only 25 more yards, if that.
Carmine Eli out right-hand side and Castle out there as well, but it'll be a flare out left-hand side. Here's Barnes. He has the near side edge, and he'll go out of bounds wisely to stop the clock and get the first down around the 42-yard line with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And a player down for Austin High at around the 42 on the near side, holding that left arm. And that is the
Joseph Joyner.
one of the starting defensive backs, the senior Joseph Joyner.
And listen, you think this stops Bowie's momentum. Now you can rest if you're that offense, gather yourself, and you have plenty of options to talk about from the 41. Remember, Carmine Eli ran by the defense from 36 yards. 41 is only 5 more yards. You can take a couple of shots down the field. And remember, the transfer place kicker would love to maybe get a last-minute field goal opportunity. Coming over from Austin High, Diego Nunez, as you mentioned, the senior, may get a chance to get out there and put 3 on the board.
Joyner able to come off the field on his own accord. You saw the whole entire offense, like you said, Steve, on one knee, getting a break a bit, getting some water in their system, and with a 1st and 10, able to then get everything straight here.
Right.
To see what happens. 2 timeouts remaining here for Bowie. Roll out right-hand side. Kenyon now looking deep right side. He throws it that way. Caught at the 20-yard line. Far sideline into the end zone. Jacob Castle walks in from 41 yards out. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And again, if you can do it from 36, you can do it from 41. A great wheel route on the outside, number 9, Jacob Castle. You have a receiver on the outside going in. Jacob Castle goes up and out, around, and nobody home in the secondary for Austin High, and a perfect throw from Connor Kenyon. 10-9, make that 34 on the board.
3 touchdown passes in the game for Kenyon. Diego Nunez will be able to kick this one in. It will be no good. I don't know if that was deflected as there's a lot of pressure up the middle, but he might have just shanked it left-hand side as well. Nonetheless, Bowie does get 6 on the board and get their lead to 34-7 with 11 seconds to go here in the first half of play against Austin High. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
At Defender Police Supply, we specialize in public safety. Our automatic license plate recognition cameras and software help solve as well as prevent crimes. We also offer a variety of security cameras, tactical equipment like body armor and ballistic shields, as well as infrared and thermal scopes. Defender Police Supply serves law enforcement, neighborhood associations, businesses, residential properties, and schools. Call me, Jason Bram, at 512-887-2577 or visit us online at defenderpolicesupply.com.
Jacob Castle collecting his 2nd receiving score of the year, gets Bowie with a answer on the board, but not an even one. They missed the extra point. Nonetheless, they lead 34-7 with 11 seconds to go here against the Austin High Maroons. There was some speculation after a devastating defeat, not so much from the scoreboard, Steve, but also just mentally when you're not as on point as you'd like to against a much-hyped opponent in Dripping Springs. What was going to happen in this game, as Austin High also has their back against the wall?
Yes.
I think a lot has been answered in this first half. I know that games aren't decided in the first half.
No, they aren't.
But Bowie so far has answered the call about how they were going to react to a tough loss last week.
That's right. And I think this team, because of, again, you could see the body language as they warmed up, they were ready to go. They wanted to get back out on the football field because they really, like everybody who's a Bowie fan, just wanted to throw last week out and start fresh. And got a short week. Got to get to this earlier than expected.
Second receiving score of the year for Castle. Kenyon now with 3 touchdown passes in the first half. Here is the kickoff fielded and up and right-hand side near the near side sideline, sprinting that way and looking at him go. All the way down is Rector again. Can he make it another 6 for himself? And he does. Zeros on the board in the first half of play, and Christian Rector by himself has scored a couple of touchdowns at the late stages of the first half to keep Austin High's spirits alive going into the locker room. And there's an injury timeout. That for Bowie near the middle of the field. And it looks like Connor Heath is down on his back. And that also much more important to find out, make sure he's okay. But a kickoff return for a score. The Maroons couldn't ask for anything more to close out this first half, other than obviously stopping Bowie from scoring down the field. They got a touchdown through the air and then on special teams.
Yeah, and that's how you want to answer. Absolutely. Again,
Mark that about a 91-yard return.
I would say that's about right.
Does that make sense? I mean,
it's about right.
It has been the Christian Rector show. He looks like he will be favoring that right leg and trying to get off on his own powers. Of course, all of his teammates have stayed on the near side sideline to make sure he's okay. And he will come off, and there's zeros on the board for the half. Both teams should be coming up the extra point, of course. Formalities, right, Steve?
Well, I was just wondering.
Not so much for Austin High as they can gain a point here.
Yes, that's as important.
We'll see.
Cut this lead to 20.
Snap back a little bit high, and Eccles will make it. And now it is official going into the locker room. It's 34-14. Bowie with the lead, but kind of not with the same energy as they would like going into the locker room, up by 20. After that 91-yard return for a touchdown on the kickoff return by Christian Rector.
Yeah, and again, Bowie does get the ball, so they can answer that back. But, you know, you don't want to give up long, quick scores to a team, as you mentioned, fighting for a chance in 26-6A to get to the playoffs possibly.
So that will do it for the first half of play. The Bowie defense has done their job. Special teams, well, towards the tail end, obviously a little bit wobbly, and also not connecting on the extra point, but still, it's a 20-point lead, and Bowie will get the ball to start out the second half of play, leading 34-14 on the road against the Austin High Maroons. Halftime coming up. We'll obviously take a long gander at the bands here tonight at House Park. In a beautiful evening, around 75 degrees. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
At Brave Care, we provide primary and urgent care tailored for kids ages 0 to 21. We do everything from regular checkups, sports physicals, and 24/7 support from our nurses by chat or over the phone. We even offer x-rays so you don't have to wait hours at the ER. Our Brave Care Clinic is located conveniently in Circle C between the two child development centers. We offer same-day appointments 365 days a year so we can always fit into your schedule. Find us at bravecare.com and through our Brave Care app. En Brave Care proveemos atención médica, primaria y urgente, adaptada a los niños de 0 a 21 años. Hacemos de todo, desde revisiones periódicas, exámenes físicos para deportistas y apoyo 24/7 de nuestras enfermeras por chat o por teléfono. Incluso ofrecemos radiografías para que no tengas que esperar horas en urgencias. Nuestra clínica Brave Care está convenientemente ubicada en el Círculo C, entre dos centros de desarrollo infantil. Ofrecemos citas para el mismo día, los 365 días del año. Siempre podemos adaptarnos a su horario. Encuéntranos en bravecare.com y a través de nuestra app Brave Care.
Like sports, business is about winning. Championship decisions are business decisions based on what it takes to help your company win. And that's why there's UBO Business Services, specializing in helping you win every day by streamlining workflows, managing documents, and providing the best-in-class office technology. Make your championship decision with UBO Business Services. Visit them at ubeo.com. That's ubeo.com.
For over 40 years, the Princeton Review has been helping students get into their dream colleges. With a full line of in-person and online SAT and ACT test prep courses and academic support programs, the Princeton Review can give you the edge you need to succeed. The Princeton Review is #1 at getting students into top colleges. Email erica.smith@review.com for more information and a chance to win a free course valued at $500. The Princeton Review. Student success is at the heart of everything we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the James Bowie Silver Stars. Come and dance with the Silver Stars at their annual Future Silver Star Dance Clinic on October 14th. For more information and to register, visit silverstars.org. We hope to see you there. Please join me in welcoming to the field the award-winning and nationally acclaimed James Bowie Outdoor Performing Ensemble. The Bowie Outdoor
Like sports, business is about winning. Championship decisions.
Preston Hayden, Cole Pennington, and Catherine Leone. Tonight, we will be featuring our 2022 marching production entitled Revolve. We will be performing 2 movements of our show. The musical selections will include Inferno by Oliver Davis and Grow Till Tall by Johnsy. Music arrangements by Evan Van Doren, drill design by Matt Hartwell, show coordination and design by Jeremy Spicer and Rick Subel. Soprano sax soloist is Sean Casper. Ladies and gentlemen, the James Bowie High School Outdoor Performing Ensemble.
what happens is there's these people, they live next to the people, and they move away, and the evil neighbors come in. And then the old neighbors come back, and they vanquish the new neighbors. They move in, it was a watch party. So there's 8 cheerleaders who are in a car going to New York. And on the way, they learn to play the trumpet, and they learn a little bit about themselves. Look at it. This is the love.
Bowie Band is under the direction of Jennifer Hanford, Tyler Jacks, Joshua Bay, Reed Paxton, and Daniel Riley. The section of the week is the mellophone.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
At Brave Care, we provide primary and urgent care tailored for kids ages 0 to 21. We do everything from regular checkups, sports physicals, and 24/7 support from our nurses by chat or over the phone. We even offer x-rays so you don't have to wait hours at the ER. Our Brave Care Clinic is located conveniently in Circle C between the two child development centers. We offer same-day appointments 365 days a year so we can always fit into your schedule. Find us at bravecare.com and through our Brave Care app.
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed. All insurance plans welcome and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
For over 40 years, the Princeton Review has been helping students get into their dream colleges. With a full line of in-person and online SAT and ACT test prep courses and academic support programs, the Princeton Review can give you the edge you need to succeed. The Princeton Review is #1 at getting students into top colleges. Email erica.smith@review.com for more information and a chance to win a free course valued at $500. The Princeton Review. Student success is at the heart of everything we do.
Are you looking for a unique dessert experience? Come by Pie Bar, South Austin's build-your-own pie bakery and coffee house, where we have deconstructed the pie so you can create your own unique and delicious sweet treat. Or you might choose from a variety of our specialty 4-inch mini pies made fresh by our bakers every day, featuring fillings like coconut cream, millionaire, death by chocolate, and turtle cheesecake. We also have hand-baked, personal serving-sized cheesecakes and giant cookies just waiting to be dressed with any of our amazing mousse or cobbler fillings and toppings. Perfect for sharing. Our 9-inch pies or cheesecakes and 9x13 pans of cobbler must be pre-ordered at least one day in advance.
Now presenting the Austin High School Maroon Band. The Austin High Band is under the direction of Richard Patnod, Andrew Furman, and Julie Vest. The drumline instructor is Michael Smith, And color guard instructors are Abel Vasquez, Darby Schenkel, and Javier Sanchez. The Austin High Band is under the field direction of drum majors Zach Weiss, Luke Bone, and Kirsten Hanna, with special assistance from Mia Winters. Our section of the week is the front ensemble. Our marcher of the week, Tommy Bryant, from the tuba section. Tonight we will perform our UIL show entitled Perfectly Broken, featuring music from Sergei Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody on a theme of Paganini. We will be performing our pre-show, opener, ballad, and percussion feature this evening, featuring opening flute soloist Lauren Allen Spears, baton soloist Anna Lilly, and ballad flute duet by Aiden Herrera and May Stone. We would like to give a big shout out and thanks to all of our many parent volunteers, especially those who helped us get third place overall at the Cap City Marching Contest last weekend. We could not perform without your support. Ladies and gentlemen, the Austin High Band. The Austin High Band will be performing outdoors at the Region UIL Marching Contest at Berger Stadium on Tuesday, October 11th at 6:45 p.m. Come out and see them.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
For over 40 years, the Princeton Review has been helping students get into their dream colleges. With a full line of in-person and online SAT and ACT test prep courses and academic support programs, the Princeton Review can give you the edge you need to succeed. The Princeton Review is #1 at getting students into top colleges. Email erica.smith@review.com for more information and a chance to win a free course valued at $500. The Princeton Review. Student success is at the heart of everything we do.
Oh, about to get underway here. Second half of play from House Park. D. Hanson joined by Steve Foster. It is a 34-14 lead for the Bulldogs. It was shaky on both sides of the football to start out. Bowie had a sizable drive in their first offensive series, but had the ball stripped on a run very deep into Austin High territory. It seemed like things were going to shift a little bit, but though the Bowie defense clamped down and the Bowie offense ratcheted up and got up to a 28-0 lead at one point. It looked as though Bowie's going to run away with this one, but you did have a mixed extra point and a couple of touchdowns, including a 91-yard touchdown return for a score by Christian Rector with no time remaining on the clock to start out or end the first half of play. Bowie won the coin toss, elected to defer. Will get the ball to start out the second half, but Austin High could not have asked for anything more after a disastrous start to this first half of play. Rectified a little bit. They still are down by a lot, by 20 points, and Bowie looked very good the majority of the game, but the Maroons able to find something.
Yeah, they did, and I don't care how you score points. You just need to try to keep pace. Right now, down 20, and they need to see if they can stop the Bowie offense coming out in the second half here, but if I'm the Bowie offense, I'm ready to go.
Bowie in their away whites, gray bottoms, black helmets, and Maroons in their home dark maroon tops, white bottoms, white letters numbers, and they also have the maroon helmets. It will be Sam Eccles to kick it away from left to right from his own 40-yard line, and Max Barnes deep to receive along with Eli Elizaris, and you have a very deep kick, and this one Eccles blasts towards the back end of the end zone, and that will be a 1st and 10 for Bowie at their own 25, going right to left. That's north to south here in House Park, and Bowie looking to try to go on the season, Steve, 3-1 in district play with a big game looming after their open date.
Right.
At home against the Johnson Jaguars, who a lot of people felt after a 9-2 season last year and looking quite good, moving up a step from 6A, could be that other team really vying for another playoff spot in this very difficult district. Here's Max Barnes to get things underway, and just like he did in the first half, has a great gain on the ground. 11 yards, gets past the 35 to the 36, and that'll move the chains for a first down.
Basic play, great result. And you had two backs in the backfield with Connor Kenyon. One, of course, being Max Barnes, just following his blockers on the right side for 11 yards.
Barnes with 2 scores in the first half, 6 and 16 yards on the ground for those scores. Quick flare out, second reception on as many targets here for Nehemiah Smith-Livingston. And he'll get 8 on the play, on the flare out, up to the 44-yard line. And that'll be very close to a first down, just shy, making it 2nd and 2.
Seems like everybody's just warming up, trying to get 8 to 10 yards per play, and Connor Kenyon just picking and having the choice of who he can throw the ball to.
Minute in here, the third quarter play, and trips right-hand side. Back is Kenyon, hands it off. Here's Barnes sprinting up. He also is just tripped up. That happened numerous times in the first half where Barnes looked as though it was a jailbreak, and this time, again, he's just hit at that left thigh, tripping him up at around the 39-yard line for a huge gain and a first down.
Max Barnes real sneaky on that last play. Shifted gears quickly in the hole on the right side.
Barnes getting closer to that average of 127 yards per game on the ground. Gets a carry left-hand side, and Ty Branyan, offensive coordinator for the Bowie Bulldogs, is feeding the beast. A 2-yard gain left-hand side, making it 2nd and 6. Second and 8.
Don't fall asleep. Here's the 36-yard line. Old first half, Carmine Eli just ran past his defender for a touchdown. Same spot. Is it the same result?
Far side of the field, Trent Gray on one-to-one coverage there. Flare out left instead of Barnes, breaks it at the 35. Back in and out again. Boy, was that some ankle-breaking kind of moves here for Barnes. Gets to the 31-yard line. And that is well enough for a first down on a 3rd and 2 conversion. Actually, now 3rd and 2 coming up here is very close to a first down. Barnes with a good gain. Around 4 on the play.
Good to see Max Barnes being a big participant in this first drive here in the second half. 3rd and manageable. Connor Kenyon still in the game.
Carmine Eli out left-hand side. Lone receiver there out right is Nehemiah Smith-Livingston. And handoff Barnes, and he will get forward and stay on his feet somehow, spin around to the 25 before he is finally brought down. But it has taken more tacklers each and every time. Andrew Alexander, the safety, making the stop for the Maroons.
Again, a patient Max Barnes picks up the first down. If he gets sneaky and start making those little cutbacks, he may break one to the house. But listen, no complaints for the way 25's running tonight.
2 receivers right-hand side, Eli in the slot to the right, out far right-hand side is Nehemiah Smith-Livingston is a pistol formation and a play-action rollout right, and flags, or whistles at least, and flags fly as well, and a motion call against Bowie is indicated here from the officials, which will stop the action.
I like the play action. You're going to fake the ball to Max Barnes and let Connor Kenyon roll out to the far side.
Love how the coaching staff for Bowie, all 5, 6 of them coming out onto the field. They're about 4 yards up, getting those plays in to both Max Barnes and Connor Kenyon.
First and 15.
Depending on what's happening, and it's now 1st and 15 on the 30-yard line of Austin High. Connor Kenyon out of the shotgun with Barnes to his right, 2 receivers right-hand side. And Kenyon back to pass, will throw in a flashing through and caught by Carmine Eli all the way far side sideline, staying inbounds. Flags fly at around the 19-yard line, 18-yard line on the far side sideline is where Carmine Eli will be brought out of bounds. We'll see if there might be a grasping the face mask around that vicinity. We'll see.
It's either that or a holding call on Nehemiah Smith-Livingston trying to block, but I think you're right, D. Hansen. We'll see.
The officials are angling as if they're going to bring this ball backwards, and it is going to be holding against Bowie, which again...
You don't have to help me.
The Bulldogs are doing a good job, Steve, of also getting Carmine Eli in space in this game. And that time, he flashes through the zone, has some room.
The crossing route is bread and butter on any level. For any passer, you don't have to throw the ball far, especially when you're running away from your defender. And a great point, D.
Yardage gained, but first down retained, but it's 1st and 14 now for Bowie at the 29-yard line. A delayed draw to Max Barnes. You get near the 25-yard line, a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play, and the Bulldogs will have a more
2nd and 10?
Accustomed 2nd and 10 at the 25 of the Austin High Maroons. 7:45 and counting down left here in the third quarter play, and Bowie leading by 20, 34-14.
You got to convert. You got to get something out of this drive here in the third quarter, starting out of the locker room. You've been around the red zone. You're vacillating back and forth between the 20 and the 30. You got to break into that red zone and get something out of it.
Thomas now the deep back here, and a fake on the pitch, and then throw out left-hand side and incomplete. There's 2 defenders in the vicinity of Aaron Gall at the 23-yard line. And Khalil Green, the sophomore DB, was in the mix for Austin High. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
I do like the fact that they're trying to get Aaron Gall downfield. Big target.
Yep. We saw that one time against Dripping Springs work. A couple of times in this game, keeping the defense honest, did not. Tried some misdirection and also a dummy play out to the right-hand side to Max Barnes.
Yeah.
3rd and 10. Empty backfield and quads left-hand side, long side of the field. We're going to throw it out to Barnes, and he will be hit and dropped.
Well, you got to block. You got to block in front of him. And you got
coming in and making the play was Gray Morey, the sophomore linebacker, to make the stop, and a loss on the play to make it 4th and 11. And Diego Nunez will come out for the attempt on the field goal.
43 yards. In range. If you want to show your former school, hey, I can have range and I can do what Sam Eccles does, you better make this from 43.
Missed from 43 earlier on in last week. Try here from this week. All kinds of movement here, and we'll see who this will go against before it's even snapped.
It's going to be interesting.
Does that change your play call here of Bowie?
It does if it's against Bowie, I think.
Well, either way. You still go for the field goal if it's 4th and 6.
Yes.
Okay. Offsides against the Maroons. We'll march it up 5. Make it a 38-yard field goal.
Now this you feel comfortable with. It's just there's a 3 in front. A little bit different.
Near side hash, Oliver Ray on the hold. Deep snap by Aaron Gall. To open up with 3 on the third quarter. It does go through from 38 yards. Now 2 for 3 on the year is Diego Nunez. That will up the lead for the Bulldogs to 37-14 with 6:17 left in the third quarter play on Austin High. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Like sports, business is about winning. Championship decisions are business decisions based on what it takes to help your company win. And that's why there's UBO Business Services, specializing in helping you win every day by streamlining workflows, managing documents, and providing the best-in-class office technology. Make your championship decision with UBO Business Services. Visit them at ubeo.com. That's ubeo.com.
6:17 left in the third quarter play. A labor and time-inducing drive here for the Bowie Bulldogs does result in points, Steve, and 3 on the board on a 38-yard field goal by Diego Nunez. It extends the lead for Bowie to 37-14 against Austin High. Maroons, though, now have an opportunity here to get a score quickly, which is all they're looking for. You can tell by the tempo of their offense and the aggressiveness on special teams.
Yes.
They're not looking for long drives here. They know they probably can't mount those against a defense like Bowie, and they're looking for any kind of straw they can grab.
Well, that's why I think the kickoffs are important, D. And you're seeing them either be pooched or kicked out of bounds.
And now pooched again, angled left-hand side, and fair caught at the 30-yard line. That is where that is going to be for the starting field position, as Hudson Mebius was in position there.
It's a strategy.
Yeah, as long as Christian Rector doesn't touch the football, I think the Bowie defense is happy.
I would agree.
You got to watch out for number 3, as he has been the playmaker here for this offense, or special teams, however you look at it.
Both.
Back out on the field, Latham, starting quarterback for Austin High. We'll have Mabius, Rector, Wright, Bats to look at as well. Anthony Rodriguez has been in the backfield. Now in motion, it will be Latham to look out right inside, blocked, and then out of down to the ground it goes. But again, another deflected ball here for this Bowie defense.
Tyson Chips, after the Aaron Gall pass breakup, he had a tip drill that was made for a pick 6 at about the 24-yard line, D. Hansen. And Tyson Chips is like, oh, one more, please. He would have been to the house unassisted.
Juan Benavides Munoz in the backfield along with Latham gets the handoff left-hand side, and he will not find anything. Maybe a yard at the most. Tyson Chips in there. He will help up Tress Danaher to get up off of his feet as well. 3rd and 9.
On the run by number 34, Juan Benavides Munoz. 3rd and 9, Maroons.
So,
Rodriguez.
as you mentioned, Christian Record, he needs to get open, but he also has Bryson Batts, number 1, to the far side D.
Ethan Toney in there as well. Right-hand side, the lone receiver there. Trips left-hand side. And Anthony Rodriguez now your lone back out of the shotgun with Latham. Roll out left-hand side. And then he'll throw on the run and incomplete. Trying to find his intended receiver to the far side is Bats at the 32. But again, the pressure and the coverage made it impossible for Latham to find anything to go to. And the defense suffocating this offense for the Maroons to start out the 3rd quarter of play will force a punting situation.
Frankie Jankowski was all over the quarterback, D. Hansen. Long, quick, and disruptive.
Eccles now set to receive at his own 16. Low snap back is collected and then launched up in the air, driving Carmine Eli back, catches at his own 20. He'll bring it up 25, far side, 30, 35, near the sideline, and now break it back in at midfield, and then finally bounce out of bounds. There's a flag at the 25, though, of the Bowie Bulldogs. We'll see if that affects anything on the return, but again, Carmine Eli has been electric in this game so far with 2 scores and a nice return.
Unfortunately, it's coming back because of a push in the back. Good punt, too. Turned over for Sam Eccles.
Especially considering the adjustment on the snap back.
Yes.
Because it wasn't ideal.
Wasn't favorable conditions.
I mean, it happens.
And
you
this
have
ball,
to account for that,
yes,
and that is the there's a block in the back against Bowie, so that will, as you said, Steve, nullify what was a favorable return for Bowie back at their own 15-yard line on the far side hash going north to south.
Well, you want to make this a sustained drive, get more points on the board. That's the goal.
You're also draining clock. This is
you got to take the clock into account.
Fast-moving 3rd quarter so far, knock on wood.
Absolutely.
Braylon Thomas, alone back out of the pistol, 2 receivers right. That's the short side of the field, and it will be a handoff to Thomas. So it's a high handoff. Thomas almost didn't hold on to that. Gets up to the 19-yard line.
Here's how you take away the high handoff. You have to make your pocket big enough so that the quarterback puts that ball underneath that up elbow. Your elbow up closest to the person who's handing you the ball. That enables the quarterback then to make a stable handoff and not like hand it to you and bobble it on the exchange.
4-yard gain. Barnes now the lone back, right-hand side of Kenyon with 1 receiver right and Carmine Eli 2 left. And they'll throw out left-hand side. It is Castle with a reception at the 25-yard line. He's driven back, but forward progress will get him near the 26.
Good concentration by Jacob Castle. That ball was tipped. D and number 9 corralled it and leaned.
Jacob Castle?
Yes.
Yep. lot of concentration there from the senior wideout. Nice to have him back. He had a nice game last week against Dripping Springs, 3 catches for 74 yards. 1st and 10 now, the little delay handoff. Here's Barnes again, sprinting up, lowers that left shoulder at the 30, gets all the way up to near the 34-yard line and near a 1st down, shy of 2.
Jacob Castle, the nephew of the president of the Austin Gamblers, J.J. Gotch. PBR, Austin Gamblers.
Thomas seeing action on both sides, but a little bit more offensively now in the backfield. And we're seeing Barnes more out as a wide as well. And Nehemiah Smith-Livingston out right-hand side, one left, and Carmine Eli. Handoff goes to Barnes. He sprints upfield. Had a bit of a hole again and gets to the 39-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
And you talked about the clock now under 3.5 in the 3rd quarter. And a steady drive that started on the Bowie Bulldogs' own 15, now up to about the 40-yard line, D.
Happy to run it up 37-14 and drain the clock.
Absolutely. The clock is your friend now.
Nehemiah Smith-Livingston out left, Carmine Eli right-hand side, play action. Here is Kenyon, deep ball, left-hand side, Smith-Livingston, over his shoulder catch, beautiful at around the 20.
And Smith,
a 1st down, 2 targets, 2 receptions for Nehemiah Smith-Livingston. They'll mark him at the 12-yard line.
Well, and I tell you what, he had Gray Morey.
15, excuse me.
All draped on him, holding him, grabbing him, holding him all the way down near side. And the adjustment Nehemiah Smith-Livingston made at the end of the catch was spectacular. He got his body in line, got both hands up, and made a great catch.
1st and 10 at the 15, handoff. Braylon Thomas breaks it back into the 10, gets all the way to around the 7-yard line. And short of the 1st down marker by 3, runs the clock at 2:20 and counting down. Nehemiah now leads the team. He came in leading the team in yards at 393, had 6 touchdowns going in as well, 13 catches on the year.
He's a weapon.
Couple of big-time catches already, and although he has not been targeted all that often in this game, when he has been thrown the ball, he has caught it. And now here is a keeper. Here's Connor Kenyon, drugged down from behind.
Good stop.
And a good stop there by Lawson Stoos. Number 18, the sophomore defensive end. Makes it 3rd and 1. Clock runs at a $1:34.
This is going quick in this 3rd quarter, D. Hansen, but 2 long, sustained drives by Bowie's offense.
Barnes now, the lone back right-hand side, gets the handoff, has a big hole right-hand side. It takes advantage of that, gets the 1st down. It's 1st down and goal to go from the 2 for Barnes.
All he needed was a foot, 3 feet, actually I say a yard, 3 feet. And he picks it up now 1st, and a bunch of options here for the Bowie offense. Connor Kenyon still in the game.
Make it at the 3-yard line, not the 2.
Let's make it the 3.
1st down and goal to go from there.
Yep.
And about a minute to go. 1 receiver left is Carmine Eli. 1 out right is Nehemiah Smith-Livingston. Kenyon stays in, and he'll keep it up the middle into the end zone for his first rushing score of the season for Connor Kenyon. Goes in for 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And a great decision using Max Barnes as a decoy. The whole defensive front went with Barnes. And the statuesque Connor Kenyon leans over from the right side between the guard and the tackle and bulldogs his way into the end zone. You like how I did that?
With 3 passing scores on the game, and now his first rushing. Here's Diego Nunez with the extra point attempt. It is up and good, and now Bowie's lead balloons to 44-14 on Austin High with 50 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Are you looking for high-quality, compassionate health care for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
44-14 is the score here at House Park, and the Bowie Bulldogs find themselves on the right side of that score against the Austin High Maroons with 50 seconds to go in third quarter play. Dee Hanson joined by Steve Foster here along the Vype Live network. These two teams have normally scored a lot of points anyway, Steve. 2021, you had Bowie with 59. In 2020, it was that incredible back and forth affair. Charles Wright, the senior, he was throwing on everybody in the district, able to eke past Bowie 57-56. You also had 52-14 game in 2018. Bowie scored 44 back in 2015, 42 back in 2014. Needless to say, Bowie's been able to score points on Austin High recently in this series.
You're absolutely right, D. Good defense, but better offense.
Now it'll be Jobby to kick it away, and then it will be angled out left-hand side. That's Noah Gill with the kickoff, excuse me. And again, Bowie not letting Christian Rector or anybody else deep to have an effect in this game special teams-wise on the return. It was Calvin Schloss, the senior receiver, bringing that one back. And you see a bit of an adjustment even on special teams for Austin High. They brought up some of their receivers on the medium-range kickoff, and that time still it goes all for none. A first attempt from 35. Bowie's happy with that result for the Austin High Maroons offense to start.
And the defense has just been solid here in this third quarter. Applying pressure, batting balls down, getting the Maroons offense off the field.
So far a 10-0 score here in the third quarter. Lob pass right hand side, coming back on his Rector, and incomplete. And I don't know how you had Murillo not die on that play, as he was bent back. He was in good position, and then Rector came back on that, and Murillo was bent back in half. And of course, I guess when you're in your teens, you can handle those kind of situations. Yeah. Second and 10 now. Pressure shown up the middle, then backing off, then coming back in again. Handoff goes up the middle, and Austin High, for the most part, this third quarter has completely abandoned the running game. This time they do not. Batts gets the carry, and he had been rather effective in the first quarter.
Jake Cole.
He gains about a yard and a half, makes it 3rd and 9.
Jake Cole just comes from his left side linebacker position. He takes the best angle you've ever seen in geometry class and just lights up Bryson Batts, the sophomore running back. He had nowhere to go. Jake Cole just smothered him at the 40, well, at the 35.
Well, great season on the year so far. 3rd on the team in tackles with 31, has a tackle for the loss as well. Makes it 3rd and 9 now. Latham design rollout left-hand side. In trouble, slung down and brought down for a sack at the 24-yard line. And nowhere to go. Frankie Jankowski, what a game he has had. Makes another big-time sack in the game. And a 4th and long for the Maroons will force a punt.
Well, I tell you, what's so interesting about Frankie Jankowski is that he's playing that 3 technique. He's more of the nose tackle today, nose guard, whatever you want to call him. He's the guy in the middle.
Yep, that will do it. Also the third quarter. That is the 2nd sack of the game for Jankowski. Brings up a 4th and 19. Maroons punting it away, down 44-14 at home here to Bowie. On to the 4th we go here at House. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Fourth quarter we go here at House Park. D. Hanson joined by Steve Foster on the Vype Live Network. The Bowie Bulldogs with a commanding 44-14 lead here against the Austin High Maroons. And that from Diego Nunez with a 38-yard field goal, and then Kenyon with a 3-yard touchdown run, and a 10-0 win of a quarter by the Bulldogs, which have them up again by 30. And now punting here is Eccles from his own 11. Deep snap back, almost blocked. And it might have been, it's very short, but takes a Maroon bounce at their own 41 and then might get past, oh no, just to inside to the 49-yard line at midfield. They're marking on the other side of midfield. I don't know how they did that, Steve. I literally saw the ball stop on the other side of the 50-yard line of Austin High.
It's okay.
And they moved it to the Bowie side. I don't understand that.
You'll never get that from me.
I literally watched it all the way through.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. I'm just saying. And Bowie now will have a different starting quarterback out on the field, Oliver Ray, who also had a nice running game against Dripping Springs last week. 5 rushes for 15 yards. A 1st and 10 from midfield. Handoff to Boudouin out left-hand side. Jaden Boudouin had 10 carries for 24 yards against Dripping Springs. And is able to get to the about the 47 midfield. Gain of 3.
2nd and 7, Bowie.
2 receivers right-hand side. And Matthew Martinez. Hayden Hadley. Run out right-hand side again to Boudouin, who is a tough guy to bring down to the 41-yard line. And a little extracurriculars at the end of that. And Martinez is slow to get up after that extensive back and forth between his defender and Jeff Abel's all over the officials here on that last call, or excuse me, non-call.
I agree. Right in front of the head linesman.
That was head linesman Drummond turning a blind eye.
No, both eyes.
Third and 1. 3rd and 1, as the saying goes. Ray now, again, another handoff, sprinting up middle and a huge hole to the 35-yard line for the Bowie Bulldogs. And Brandon Thomas, Braylon's sophomore younger brother, making the carry to the 34 and a 1st down.
Nice explosion off the left side. Picks
You like
up the
that?
first.
Huh?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. He shot out of a cannon, got his 1st down, and had that good offensive running back lean.
And Brandon's made 2 key stops on the special teams with some tackles, and now he makes a big-time run to convert 1st down. 2 right, 1 left-hand side, and James. Thomas stays in, and he'll get the handoff right-hand side, breaks it back in, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and brought down from behind near the 6. Brandon Thomas with a carry and a 1st down.
Yeah, I like that. Ooh. Yeah. 24 quick ones to the 7 from the 34.
And Brandon seems a bit of the stockier of the 2.
27.
27. Don't shortchange him.
Trying to shortchange my guy.
Oliver
Don't
Ray
ever shortchange.
out of the shotgun as James to his left, 2 receivers right. And again, Thomas to his left out of the shotgun. 1st down and goal to go. Thomas gets the carry, goes up the middle of the 5, inside there to the 4, nearest the 3. We're going to mark him at the 4. 2nd down and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Brandon Thomas.
You won't know about this, but they had a group in the 70s called the BT Express. And the song was Do It Till You're Satisfied. Go look that one up. But the BT Express tonight
That
for the Bowie Bulldogs.
Scary. I don't know if I want to look that up.
No, man. That was one of them Soul Train's finest. Come on. I'm giving you some. Dropping something on you.
2nd down to go from the 4, breaking it back in. It's Thomas leaning forward, unrelenting, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Thomas from 4 yards out. Wow. Welcome to the show.
Great piece of running. Great piece of running. And he is celebrated on this near sideline.
By everybody.
Yes. That was a great piece of work.
Nunez out for the extra point. Ray on the hold. Gall on the snap back. Snap is good. Down on the hold. And Nunez strikes the ball true with 8:40 left. And Bowie now up 51-14 on Austin High. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Like sports, business is about winning. Championship decisions are business decisions based on what it takes to help your company win. And that's why there's UBO Business Services, specializing in helping you win every day by streamlining workflows, managing documents, and providing the best-in-class office technology. Make your championship decision with UBO Business Services. Visit them at ubeo.com. That's ubeo.com.
Thomas is in the house. House Park, to be more specific, and the Austin High Maroons have extended their lead to 51-14 on the strength of Brandon Thomas, a sophomore, getting the carry, and a little bit more strength there from Brandon Thomas at the end of runs. He did not go down when first struck, and seems to have a couple of dimensions in there, along with some speed as well, Steve, and makes it 51-14 against the Austin High Maroons. And Bowie has pretty much owned this game from the get-go with 8:40 left in the ball game.
Yes, and the clock is Bowie's friend, but yes, I think we found another weapon. And as you mentioned,
and we've seen a lot of glimpses also into Jaden Boudouin, who has been able to run the football effectively as well. We'll see how that continues to manifest. Back out is Noah Gill to kick it away. Excuse me. Alex Luck from the 40. From left to right, the Bulldogs with Luck angling at right-hand side. A little miscommunication here, bobbled, and then finally brought back up the middle of the field, and then brought down at the 25 to the 26-yard line is Trent Gray. And I'm sure that plenty of people would, on the Austin High side of things, would say, well, why don't you just let Christian Rector take that? But it's a little harder in that particular situation to figure that out, right, Steve? I mean, special teams is not an exact science.
Well, and also it's a free ball. So if you fool around too long on a kickoff, the other team can possess that ball. Yep. It's not like a punt.
I didn't know if there was a center fielder involved where, you
kind of make that decision, okay. You do that, but didn't seem like that was communicated too well on that last kickoff.
A lot of press coverage here from Bowie, and everybody within 5 to maybe 10 yards here, and Latham will wind up through right-hand side. Lots of cushion here on the far side sideline, completed the 30. A little yak at the end of that one. We'll get near the 34-yard line, and that will be a reasonable gain here for Austin High, which they have not had a lot of. And last completion out to Calvin Schultz.
Maroons.
Juan Benavides Munoz in the backfield. Bootleg right-hand side throw by Latham is complete at the 47, brought up to midfield. Now there's Christian Rector, who has been nullified as far as his impact in the game in the third quarter, but now he rears his head in the fourth quarter very early, or late stages.
Yeah, good pitch and catch. And the play was extended by John Latham, the sophomore quarterback.
One receiver left, and then bootleg again against the grain. Latham throws against it and nearly picked off at the 44-yard line. Coming underneath that play was Nick Beavers, the junior linebacker, nearly had it, and the pressure really caused that errant pass by Latham.
And I know Nick Beavers really wanted to get his mitts on that one. He just couldn't secure it as he was diving near side to us. And the mitts just didn't line up, but a real good defensive play, the pressure in the face of the quarterback.
Sophomore Reagan Cooper in on the hit on Latham. He's had a really good season thus far. Under 8 to go, 2nd and 10 at midfield for Austin High, down 51-14 to Bowie. Here comes the pressure, design screen rollout, and incomplete. Nobody was looking for that one, really. And Latham again blown up at the end of that play by Reagan Cooper.
Actually, that's Wilder Davenport. That must have made a switch.
Either way, the quarterback for Austin High was on his back when he threw the football.
Looking up at the sky.
And did you see who he was trying to throw to?
Number 1, Bryson Batts. But a lot of pressure, D. Hansen, in his face. A lot.
7:52 left here in the ball game, and a 3rd and 10 at midfield for Wilder Davenport, who now has an empty backfield. Davenport found himself playing a little bit in the second quarter play. Now he's back in. Now he'll wind up, throw down middle of the field, incomplete. Had a receiver open in Bryson Batts at around the 25, and had he thrown it even remotely accurately, Batts might have been to the house. But instead, it's a 4th and 10 after an incomplete pass.
I think Batts looked one way, and the ball was thrown to the opposite side of his shoulder. And so if you run towards the far sideline, you want it over that right shoulder, and it came over his left shoulder, and so.
Cars already streaming out of the parking lot. Kickings away by Eccles. He has had some pressure so far in this game, and this time he gets a whale of a kick away. Goes out of bounds inside the 10 near the 7-yard line. And you can see why Sam Eccles is as heralded as he is coming into this game. And it's mainly for his field goal kicking, but we've seen some very good punts in this game as well. From
Under
Eccles.
pressure, too.
Under pressure.
To rest. Can you run the clock out with 7:37 to go, or at least get it?
Well, if there's an offense out there that can do it, this would be it.
This is an opportunity for Bowie to have a long sustained drive and basically just take the air out of the ball.
And the way that Brandon Thomas was running the football.
Oh, yes.
And Ray will come out, but it will be Jaden Boudouin, your back, left-hand side. Receiver left-hand side is Janes. And it will be handoff. Boudouin sprints up past the 10 and takes tacklers to the 15, pass there to the 16, 17-yard line.
Tried to take the ball from you. Gotta cover up.
And Austin High says they had the football.
Well, they did, but I think progress was stopped. You have to hold on to the ball if you're a ball carrier. Do not rely on an officiating crew,
anybody,
to tell you if the possession of the ball is yours. Especially when you're around 3 or 4 defenders, stop your forward progress then.
If anything,
yeah,
hold on to the ball until somebody pries it out of your hands.
No,
I don't care if I
would say
heard
my ball.
My ball.
I would say my ball.
Sounds like my 10-year-old. 2 receivers right-hand side, 1 left, and Janes again. And again, Boudouin should get the carry, and he does. Sprints up the middle. Not a lot of room there. He had some avenues to go. They're going to say that Boudouin's going to get to the 20 on a 1st and 10 carry.
Taken down by number 44.
Clock is definitely your friend.
Yep. Gained around 4. Bulldogs in no hurry as Brandon Thomas will come in. Boudouin will come out. Along with also Colin Rice, offensive lineman. Coming in will be A.J. Hirschauer.
2nd and 10, Bowie.
More of a passing situation here, possibly. Oliver Ray. Why would you do that, though? Thomas now an option, pitch out, and Thomas has it. I don't know how he got out of any issues there. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage, but it could have been a lot worse as that pitch was ill-advised. You had Maroons throwing their hands around that pitch. But nonetheless, the ball stays in the grasp of the Bulldogs, which is all they care about to make that clock run. But it's now 3rd and 8.
Got to get a little creative if you can pick up the first down. Maybe a sprint draw, a little flare pattern. Oliver Ray can throw the ball.
He can. 4 wideouts, 2 split to each side. Hirschauer in motion from left to right. And the delayed draw here is Thomas now. And he'll hit to the 20-yard line. Again, the Maroons not really expecting too much, and the Bulldogs not wanting to risk too much, as they will be fine with not getting the first down and have that clock run with 5:13 and counting down.
4th and 7.
4th and 7 at their own 20. The Bulldogs will punt it away. Noah Gill, senior, high snap back, kicks it away. Very low line drive and takes a Bowie Bulldog bounce that past midfield. Inside the 45 to the 40, near the 44-yard line. Maroons will have it 1st and 10 with maybe their last real offensive series here with 4:50 left in the ball game, down 51-14. Austin High will travel over to Bob Shelton Stadium, take on the Johnson Jaguars after this, and then host Aikens before they have at Westlake and Lake Travis and round out at Veterans to take on the Del Valley Cardinals. Bowie will have an open date. 4 wideouts, 2 split to each side. Again, back in business as Latham goes deep down the middle field, wide open, and then dropping the ball is Bats at the 30-yard line. Incomplete. That would have been a basket catch a la Mays, but still should have been caught in stride. And Bats has the speed to be able to go to the house.
Good pass.
Good pass.
That was dropped down out the sky.
Similar to the pass we saw in the last offensive series from Davenport, which completely missed. Davenport, the junior. Latham, the sophomore. Bunch right-hand side with trips there, and then one left-hand side in Mabius. Roll out right-hand side for Austin High is Latham, and he wisely throws it on the run. There's a late flag. There's 2 flags. There's one at the line of scrimmage. And at the very end of the run, you had defender with Bowie going toward Colin Rice, the junior. I thought he dove before the throw, or near when the throw was made. I don't know how you can call roughing the passer if that's what they're going to do.
Call it.
Well, I think that's a bad call.
Hopefully this is offsetting.
It could be.
See.
We'll see.
We now proceed with downfield. Offense, number 77.
Okay.
Personal foul, roughing the pass.
Yeah, they got roughing the passer and legal man downfield for Austin High, offsetting penalties. Steve, replay 2nd down. And I love how the umpire acts as though he's going to move the football. He picks it up and then puts it back down again. You don't know. You don't know.
He's in charge.
I'm in control.
He's in charge.
4:40 in the. We're going to replay this down. 2nd and 10 at their own 44 here for Austin High. Down 51-14 to Bowie. And trips left-hand side, the short side of the field. Latham. A quick slap. Now look downfield. Throws it. His first option. And it'll be incomplete. Overthrows his intended receiver. And Nelson Wright, the sophomore, tight end. And that will bring up 3rd and 10.
Need to check if that's Charles' younger brother. Be interesting.
Trips right-hand side. One receiver left-hand side and right. Back to pass Latham again. Has pressure immediately, flushed out right. Winds up, throws deep down the right sideline, and it will be incomplete. And nice breakup on the pass downfield. Defending is Drew McGilliton, the senior DB. And that will bring up a 4th down, and he timed that well.
He did. Way to hang, just run with the receiver, and knock the ball away harmlessly to the turf.
Drew McGilliton, just to make sure I get his name right.
All right, Drew, I'm with you, number 20. I see you.
Nice to see Matthew Martinez, who limped off not too long ago in the last offensive series, deep to receive. on this punt on a 4th and 10 from their own 44. Eccles out, low snap back, gets it away. And boy, this is a monster kick. High up in the air. Martinez tracks back and fair catches it at the 12. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. I keep on saying this might be the last offensive series for either school, and I keep on getting burned. So Bowie has the opportunity here to drain this clock.
4 minutes, 22. You could do that. I think
you could do that. Don't throw the football.
Got the journey in the background.
Bowie is set to win their 2nd in this series back-to-back. They had lost 2 of their last 3. And this is a long-standing tradition between these two schools. They have been in the same district multiple times based on different shifts and realignment. 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Ray with the handoff and a huge hole right-hand side at 15. It's definitely been swallowed up.
Number 33.
Maroon defense making the stop there. Brandon Thomas is getting a lot of carries here and a lot of experience late stages of this 4th quarter against Austin High with 4 to go.
5 yards. Yeah, that's a good.
Take that.
Yes. Bowie on the 17.
And the best thing is it keeps the clock ticking, D. Hansen.
2 receivers right, 1 left-hand side now, and a 2nd and 5. 2 receivers, 2 back set. Boot 1 to the right, and Thomas to the left, and Oliver Ray doing a good job of milking the play clock. It's now at 7. And he'll hand off Boot 1, angling left, and he has a lane to the 20. Trying to get to the 21-yard line. That's well enough for a 1st down, and that will move the chains. And you have now Bernard Riley shaping up to go 1 and 4 to start out this season, his 1st year as a head coach. Nobody said it was going to be easy becoming the Austin High head coach. Return starters on both sides of the football, 6 on each side. Trying to formulate something. Has some pieces though. And a handoff goes right-hand side for the Bulldogs. Yet another run near the 30-yard line by Brandon Thomas.
For Bowie, Brandon Thomas on the run.
That's like how he finishes. Yes, how he finishes a run. He's shifty in the hole and can accelerate.
For Austin High, though, they also continue to battle enrollment as they are the 4th smallest 6A school in AISD, not just this district, but overall. So you can't imagine being in the heart of the city. That's going to really change all that much.
Right.
So that's what you have to work with. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs after the run by Thomas. And we're nearing 2 minutes left. Bowie leading 51-14. Handoff out to Boudouin now this time. And he is dragged down around the 29-yard line.
27 on the run.
And
tackled by number 44,
that is Will Peeler, sophomore linebacker, starter. So a few starters still staying in there for Austin High. Under 2 to go. 1-yard gain. Bowie now has scored 52 or more points versus Austin High, just 1 shy of that in 3 of their last 4, and 35 or more in 8 of their last 9. So they're 1 point shy of getting that 52 or more point barrier. I know that's not really something you look forward to. Here's Thomas now refusing to go down.
Number 33 on the run, Brandon Thomas.
He has some
taken down by number 23.
intangibles, Steve, we've already seen in this ball game that might make you feel like he's kind of a special player, but now he's also down on the far side. But this is more of a cramped looking situation as his left leg is elevated.
Yes, agree.
And with 1:15 left, they'll tend to Thomas with knees down on the offense and a 3rd and 8 coming up. So Bowie shaping up for yet another win here against Austin High. And a large contingent of the majority of the players that are seniors on this team have never lost to Austin High here at House Park. Will continue that trend. And Bowie now will up their mark to 5-1 on the season, 3-1 in district play, and 3-0 away from Berger. Have yet to lose on the road. And meanwhile, Austin High will fall to 1-4 and 1-2 in district play, and 1-1 here at House Park.
Listen, a good effort tonight. You know, some special teams cleanup for the Bulldogs with the defense, but again, the overall posture and how this Bowie Bulldog team came out tonight, very different than 6 days ago.
And Thomas just a little bit favorable on that left leg, as you'd imagine. A keeper by Ray, a little high stepping on top of that, gets to the 34-yard line. He has some showmanship around him. A little shy of the first. Bring up a 4th down and around 4 to go. And the clock will run with under a minute to go. And the punting unit will come out for Bowie.
Good move.
And we're very close to syncing about. There goes the play clock. We're about 11 seconds behind.
Yes. But you can get it away.
So get
hopefully,
one punt away.
Yep. See if there's going to be a return. But of course, who's going back? Christian Reck.
Who do you think? Yeah.
All I do is score touchdowns.
Not enough for Austin High. We got 14 on the board. Very high snap back and just getting it away. It might have been partial blocked. Goes out of bounds on the near side sideline for a horrible net. Now will be out of bounds at the 48-yard. No, it's even closer, buddy. I don't know what the umpire's doing. Head linesman has it more accurately at the 40-yard line. Austin High with 18 seconds and 3 timeouts. And this is when you squeeze every learning moment, teachable moment you can. We'll see if the Maroons can get something going here with Latham again at quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff goes to Benavides Munoz.
Man, swallowed up.
Yeah, he is a sizable back, but he did not find much room there up the middle and gains 2. Clock will run, and that should be the final play. Maroons resign there to let this one ride, and they will, to 0s on the board, and the Bowie Bulldogs will emerge victorious here on the road, 51-14 against the Austin High Maroons. We'll wrap things up here, coming up with the Brave Care Circle C Orthodontics post-game show. The Bowie Bulldogs with a resounding win against the Austin High Maroons, again 51-14. This is Bowie Bulldog football.
Are you looking for high-quality, compassionate health care for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
At Brave Care, we provide primary and urgent care tailored for kids ages 0 to 21. We do everything from regular checkups, sports physicals, and 24/7 support from our nurses by chat or over the phone. We even offer x-rays so you don't have to wait hours at the ER. Our Brave Care Clinic is located conveniently in Circle C between the 2 child development centers. We offer same-day appointments 365 days a year so we can always fit into your schedule. Find us at bravecare.com and through our Brave Care app.
At Circle C Orthodontics, Dr. Fidel Del Toro and Dr. Jonathan Kimes love making beautiful, healthy smiles. Utilizing the latest advances in technology and techniques, the team at Circle C Ortho can help you look better and feel better too. Their practice philosophy focuses on patient-centered, personalized care. They take the time to get to know you as a person, not just a set of teeth or braces. Circle C Orthodontics, no referral needed. All insurance plans welcome and affordable payment options available. More information at austin-braces.com, 512-394-0930.
Are you looking for high-quality, compassionate health care for your aging parent or grandparent? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. We offer a variety of home health and hospice care services, all administered in the comfort of home. Our skilled, knowledgeable nurses and therapists help your loved ones recover and manage their conditions. And in most cases, our services are 100% covered by Medicare. We're a local female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
For over 40 years, the Princeton Review has been helping students get into their dream colleges. With a full line of in-person and online SAT and ACT test prep courses and academic support programs, the Princeton Review can give you the edge you need to succeed. The Princeton Review is #1 at getting students into top colleges. Email erica.smith@review.com for more information and a chance to win a free course valued at $500. The Princeton Review. Student success is at the heart of everything we do.
Do you have an aging parent or grandparent who needs health care at home? Robinson Creek Home Health and Hospice can help. Our skilled, compassionate healthcare staff treats patients right where they want to be, in the comfort of their home. Robinson Creek offers personalized programs including cardiac care, wound care, diabetes and medication management, orthopedic care and therapy, as well as hospice care. We're a local, female-owned company committed to doing things right. Visit rchomehealthhospice.com today.
Congratulations here from the visitor side, right below us, Steve, and a little bit of nervousness after the showing last week against Dripping Springs. I think a lot of what we saw against Del Valle showed more here tonight against Austin High. After what was not a convincing performance, although it's still a W, taken whenever you can, against Anderson.
Yes.
I think that people feel a little bit better about the performance of this team on both sides of the football after their, 51-14 victory here against Austin High.
I absolutely agree. The whole body language, the consistency throughout the game, both sides of the ball, definitely a huge boost and stepping up from what we saw last week, which I don't know, it was just kind of like they got stuck in neutral in first and second gear and never really got to the team that we've been used to seeing most of this season.
Yep. Body language, especially against Dripping Springs. The offense has seemingly not completely been in concert with each other for an entire game since Del Valle. So I would take Anderson, Dripping Springs until tonight. This seemed like a much more balanced performance, and I understand Max Barnes is a major cog in that, and he had a great start, which sets the table for the rest of what Ty Brandian probably wants to do.
Yeah, you're right, and you can use Max Barnes in so many ways to get other people into the ball game, in particularly Carmine Eli and Nehemiah Smith-Livingston.
What a game he had. I know that he didn't score any touchdowns, but after some of what we saw against Dripping Springs, there was some question going into this game. He looked very confident and very good in this ball game.
Yeah, and, a guy that you also talk about, Jacob Castle, he gets into the end zone. He's a weapon that's sneaky that can also be available for Connor Kenyon. Connor Kenyon really found the open man on his team all night, and I loved the tight end screen to Aaron Gall. A lot of things now opening up for the offense for the Bowie Bulldogs.
If you don't think this is a big game for the seniors at Austin High, at House Park, they all posing here, the starters at least, around the 37-yard line with their arms crossed, getting a big-time photo op. This is, however you look at it, series and traditions matter. Bowie and Austin High have a long-standing one here, and Bowie wanted to continue a tradition of winning here at House Park, and they were able to get it done.
Yeah, and, again, just to maintain consistency, stay in the race for a playoff spot in 26-6A, and you just got to take them one at a time. But listen, you weren't sure what you were going to see, as you correctly stated, D. Hansen, for this 2022 Bowie Bulldog team because of such a devastating loss against Dripping Springs last week. But again, this team shaking it off, coming back, holding a team to 14 points total. That's what you want to see from a defense. And one of those tallies was on a kick return, a great effort by Austin High. But outside of that, relatively quiet offensive night. And you got to give it to Carmine Eli.
Oh, what
Connor
a game
Kenyon,
he had, by the way.
And, Connor Kenyon, 3 touchdown passes and 1 by land, as well as he dips in from 3 yards. So we found another bright spot in Brandon Thomas, the sophomore coming up, rushing and running hard. So a lot of things you can do for the offense. And the defense was very consistent, like you are used to seeing and usually saw this season tonight as well.
Gall's taking a nice photo here. Aaron in the mix as well. Nice to see the smiles on the faces. Some in relief, Steve. I know that a lot of people nervous going into this game, and I think that Bowie returning back to the level of play that we know this team is capable of. Okay, so now you have an open date. What do you want to accomplish during that stint? I know that whenever I brought that up to coaches and I go, okay, you can relax, and they always look at me like, are you crazy? That's not what we do with our open date. We want to rectify. We actually want to simulate as much as we can to not keep the players from getting out of the process that they're accustomed to.
Sure.
Especially when you're going into maybe the biggest game of the year when it comes from a playoff berth standpoint against Johnson, who has now turned into, and I brought this up to a lot of other people, turned into the haze of the 26-6A process, which is most people feel like Westlake and Lake Travis are going to make the playoffs the way that they play, and that Bowie is always in the mix for that 3rd and 4th slot. Who else is going to play into it? Well, this year, Johnson looks like that player.
Well, Johnson definitely can be a spoiler. I think Dripping Springs is probably going to take the spot along with Bowie or someone else,
slot them in there. So now you have 3 slots taken, and I'm thinking that 4th one between Johnson and Bowie.
Correct.
That's why that game is so big.
And again, you still, exactly, 1, correct, and 2, you want to absolutely continue the momentum if you're Bowie, because you most likely will be that 4th team out of 4.
Final thoughts?
I think, I liked the offense back on track. I just like the overall attitude and atmosphere on the road by the Bowie Bulldogs. The defense looking excellent. Connor Kenyon, 4 touchdowns accounted for this evening. That's what you want to see from your signal caller, your senior. Max Barnes doing what he does. That's a broken record. But I also like to see Carmine Eli. He does his touchdown receptions tonight. 1 from 68, which was near side to us, and 1 where he just ran by everybody for 36 yards. And then Connor Kenyon calling his own number, using Max Barnes on the goal line as a decoy. That was a smart, heady play from the senior signal caller. And then you get Brandon Thomas in, and the takeaways. You saw an interception, and you also saw a fumble recovery. Jake Cole and your guy Alex Luck doing well on defense, along with the usual suspects, Aaron Gall, Brady Bram, Tyson Chips, Trace Danaher, et cetera, et cetera. A well-balanced, well-played game by Bowie. Rest up, probably work on the kick return coverage, kickoff coverage, and work on your field goal, not mixing those extra points, and then you start getting into your game plan, which I think is beautiful to have 2 weeks to game plan for Johnson.
Kenyon with 4 touchdowns on the game, 3 through the air. He also had the rushing score towards the tail end. And you also, like you said, Steve, had 2 turnovers forced by Bowie, and 1 forcing a fumble by Austin High did not turn in any points. So, again, the defense got the job done on that end, and that really is the formula here. And the defense and the offense able to run the football early to get the lead and eventually also get the W on the road, 51-14. With the victory now, the Bowie Bulldogs will go to 5-1 on the season, 3-1 in district play, and 3-0 away from Berger. Austin High falls to 1-4, 1-2 here in district play and 1-1 at Austin High or at House Park. Jeff Abels at 145-84 with his overall record, and Bernard Riley falls to 1-4 in his early stint as the head coach with the Austin High Maroons. Maroons have an open date had an open date, and now they'll be at Johnson to take on the Jaguars at Bob Shelton Stadium next week. It will be Bowie to have an open date coming up next week before they will host Johnson and the Jaguars on a Thursday night edition, the third of 4, by the way, in this season for the Bowie Bulldogs. That's going to do us for here tonight, and
The Robinson Creek Healthcare and Hospice broadcast of Bowie Bulldogs football on the Vype Live Broadcast Network has been presented by Defender Police Supply, Brave Care, and Circle C Orthodontics. Bowie Bulldogs football on Vype Live has also been brought to you by the Carlson Law Firm, Top Gun Equipment Rentals, Womack Real Estate, Nance Orthodontics, McLean Family Dental, Firehouse Subs, Family Dentistry on Manshack, Dina Davis Team, Jersey Mike's, Specified Water Systems, UBEO, Princeton Review, Mighty Fine, Chick-fil-A, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Waterloo Ice House, Torchy's Tacos, More Than a Teacher, Bolden Acres, Pie Bar, and Austin Community College. Bowie Bulldogs football has been a presentation of the Vype Live Broadcast Network.